We've just had a belter, and we now move into the second game of the day between the Cronulla Sharks and the Sydney Roosters. Hey guys, how you going? Sit down, BKRsport. We just finished up as the Raiders, they squeak through over the line against the South Sydney Rabbitohs over here in Perth. This game is also at Optus Stadium in Perth, and it is the Sharkies and the Roosters, which is a really, really difficult game to predict here. You know, you just don't know which way this is going to go because the Sharkies have had improved form in the last couple of weeks, whilst the Roosters, they're coming off of a bye. So it's a bit of a tough one to read in regards to how they're going because pre-bye, they haven't been fantastic by any means as well. You know, their last game before the bye was that Manly one, and they didn't look good in it at all. But the second half, they came through and won 33-16. But outside of that, you know, they got pumped by the Panthers 40 points to 4. They got pumped by the Warriors 42-18. And yeah, they beat the Rabbitohs 26-18. Who just had a little bit of a slip up just now. But the Roosters are a confusing team right now because they've got a really good team on paper, but they're just not putting it all together as we speak. Maybe the bye benefits them, but also maybe the bye doesn't benefit them as well. It's a really difficult one with there. And with the Sharkies, you know, they won 50-10 over the Titans, but that's expected. Then they go and lose to the Panthers 26-6 and lose to the Dolphins of all teams 38-10 before beating the Raiders 34-22 and then the Warriors 36-22. With the Raiders not showing great form this season and the Warriors at the that was their second loss in a row, but they'd won the first 3 games in a row, but they're into some pretty bad form themselves at the moment. So it's such a difficult game to read because both these teams on paper have good rosters. Let's just see them put it together here on a beautiful stadium, a beautiful day over there at a big-time stadium at Optus Stadium in Perth. So let's get into the preview for today's game. Obviously, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. It starts in 15 minutes' time. Get your predictions in the chat. But just to clarify for the I told you so on the Raiders, like I tipped the Raiders too, man. Like, and a lot of people did tip the Raiders as well before the old I told you so comes out. I agree, and I tipped the Raiders as well, man. So just wanted to throw that one out there. But let's get into this one. The Sharkies, they come at this game pre-round in 8th. They are currently still in 8th. But it is very dicey in regards to that. The Roosters, pre-round, they came in 11th. They're actually 12th right now because the Dolphins received their bye, and the Roosters' points differential is so poor. So it is 8th versus 12th, and this is at Optus Stadium in Perth. Now, the ins for the Sharkies: Jaden Beryl, Riley Jones, with the outs being Hohepa Peru and Jesse Ramian big out there in the centre department. You go to the fullback of William Candy, with the wingers being Sione Katoa and Samuel Stonestreet, centres of Mawene Hiroti and Kale Iro. You go to the 5'8", Braden Trindle, with the halfback of being Nico Hines. And then we go to the front row forwards of Adam Fanor-Blake and Toby Rudolph. The number 9 is Blake Brayley, who was the captain. Back row of Billy Burns and Teague Wilton, with the 13 being Jesse Colquhoun. And then the interchange of Britton Nakora, CSF Talakai, Oregon Kafusi, Thomas Hazleton, Jaden Beryl, Riley Jones, with the coach being Craig Fitzgibbon. Sharkies, I'm going to do it again. Every single time I say you're a very balanced roster. Need to see more from you. The last couple of weeks have been good, beating the Raiders 34-22 and the Warriors 36-22. So you've been back to scoring some points because besides the Titans game, again expected there, but you scored 6 points against the Panthers and 10 points against the Dolphins before you opened up and scored 70 points across the next 2 games. So across your first 3 games, across the 2 games on round 2 and round 3, you scored 16, and then against the next 2 games, you scored 70. So 16 compared to 70 across those 2-week periods shows how inconsistent the Sharkies team is. It shows they've got the attack in them, but also their defense has been a lot more lackluster this year in comparison to what we've seen in recent years. They've given up 118 points so far this year through the 5 games, which is worse off than the Panthers, the Tigers, the Knights, the Rabbitohs, the Bulldogs, the Warriors, and the Roosters as well. And that's it. So they are currently 8th for defense right now with the Sharkies, with their attack being 136, which is behind the Panthers, the Cowboys, the Warriors, the Sea Eagles. Manly Sea Eagles have scored more points, and that basically comes from that Dolphins game, and the Storm. So you are 6th for attack and 8th for defense right now, which is very middle of the pack behavior, and you're in 8th position. That makes sense. You know, so this Sharks team does have plenty of talent, but there isn't an unbelievable amount of X factor that we've been seeing from this Sharks team that really should have a lot of X factor with the names on paper. Yes, they're still missing out on Molitalo. Yes, it's a big loss here for Ramian, which hurts them even more. I think Adam Fanor-Blake really needs to stand up today. I think he scores a try because he just hasn't been having an exceptional season where he's been taking the real solid lead here for the Sharks forward pack. Billy Burns has been great. Teague Wilton had a solid game last game. Jesse Calhoun's been super underrated. Toby Rudolph, you can't expect him to be the leader. Blake Brayley is doing well, and you just need to see Adam Fanor-Blake really stand up here today and monster forward and have a big one, in my personal opinion, because it has been relatively disappointing for what we expect out of Adam Fanor-Blake, in my personal opinion. Obviously, Britton Okora there, he comes off the interchange. He can't get into the team right now because Billy Burns is playing such exceptional footy, and Teague Wilton is doing a job as well. So the international for New Zealand is struggling to get back into this team, which is absolutely wild, man. So look, I think the Sharkies should go well here today, but you just never know. They're an inconsistent team. When they come up against the teams that they should be beating, besides the Dolphins, they usually do put them to the sword. And when they come up against teams that they aren't expected to be, or they're expected to be in close range with, like a Panthers, or you can't use the Dolphins give an example, but let's go and say a Bulldogs, and usually, again, they beat the Bulldogs in the last game. They're a hard team, man, because sometimes they do win those games. Sometimes they do beat the Storm. Sometimes they do beat the Bulldogs. The Panthers, they never seem to beat ever. But overall, the Sharks team, you just can never get a read for how they're going to perform, despite the fact that you really should be expecting some really good things out of them. They've still made 2 prelims in a row. I just want to see that progression now. I want to see them make the grand final. Whether you win it or not, just make the grand final, which is a crazy thing to say, just make it. That's still an incredible feat. But when you've made 2 prelims in a row, you have to expect that you're going to do it this year. You have to expect that progression. Otherwise, it's just pointless of making 3 prelims in a row. And if you even get there, but it's just pointless to the sense of, okay, sure, that's a successful season, but also contextually it's not, because you want to see the growth. So the Sharkies, I expect great things out of you. You need to perform. But you're going up against the Roosters team here, who is pretty desperate for a win right now. You know, they're in 12th position, and they are currently 2-2 for the season. They were expected great things this year, but it hasn't really gone to plan for them so far. The Roosters team the Roosters team in today, Spencer Leniu, Tommy Talau, and Victor Radley. So some big ends here, with the outs being Billy Smith, Blake Steep, and Egan Butcher. The fullback is James Tedesco, who is the captain, with the wingers being Daniel Tupou and Mark Nwanga-Tawase. Centers of Hugo Savala and Robert Toya. The 5'8" is Daly Cherry Evans, with the halfback being Sam Walker. Then you go to the front row forwards of Navahu White and Lindsay Collins. The number 9 is Reece Robson. Back row of Angus Crichton and Siwa Wong, with the 13 being Victor Radley. And then you go to the interchange of Connor Watson, Spencer Leniu, Nat Butcher, Celestia Fiketti, Cody Ramsey, and Tommy Talau, with the coach being Trent Robinson. Now, it's interesting midweek that we've heard that Connor Watson has been told that he's able to go to another club, which is interesting. He's been a really good player for the Roosters over the years and is a great utility player, but he has been allowed to, I think, go to the market, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just quickly check here. Connor Watson, Roosters. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, Rooster Star granted permission to leave. So I guess that opens the door if Perth wanted to make a play. Who else would be looking for a hooker right now? I guess the Titans are an option there. I would say the Knights aren't out of the equation, even though they've got Phoenix Crossland. The Raiders, they're pretty fine. Storm are fine. Warriors are fine with both Sam Healy and Wade Egan. The Broncos could be making a play. They've got Corey Pakes and Blake Mozo. They're injured right now, but they've got those 2 guys. Ben Hunt's there, but he's definitely getting older now. I wouldn't say it's out of the equation of a Broncos link up. The Dolphins are a shout. There's a lot of teams that actually could really think to be bringing in a guy like Connor Watson. The Cowboys went and got Reed Marnie, so that would be pointless. Parramatta is not a bad shout as well, but obviously salary cap comes into play for a lot of these teams. But the point of the matter is that Connor Watson will be eagerly seeked out on the market, in my opinion. I think he's a good player, and I'm surprised that the Roosters are letting him go, but it might be salary cap pressure. I'm not too sure. Roosters fans, you can clarify that in the chat. But Radley back into the 13 is a huge inclusion here for the Roosters. Same thing going with Spencer Leniu coming in off the bench there. You know, he's just a big-time bopper. I don't know if he's going to get to his best immediately, but, you know, he is just a really tough player. Do need to see more out of him, though. You know, when he's at his best, he is undeniable as a front row forward off the bench. That prop just absolutely smash up. But he can go absolutely missing too. He has he does speak quite loudly in the media, and then can come in and underperform. We've seen that in Origin before. But he is a tough player more often than not. So I want to see him come back in and just absolutely run amok now that he's healthy and back in the team. But it is his first game back. Obviously, the biggest question mark for the Roosters so far this season is the halves, because Cherry Evans comes across. He's into the 6. And I said pre-season that if the Roosters are going to go well, Cherry needs to step back and let Sam Walker be the definitive playmaker here as the 7. Cherry Evans, his entire career, has been the definitive playmaker of Manly. He has been the guy deciding how Manly operate as the halfback. They won a premiership with him in 2011. It was a great play for Manly. But the issue is that now he's come to the Roosters where he is getting on in age. This is one of his last couple of years, if not his last year, but more so probably last 2 years, because he is technically signed for next year if he wants to play. Roosters don't have that option. It's the player option for next year. But he is on the back end while Sam Walker is still, effectively in his prime, right? And Sam Walker needs to be the guy who's going into the future as this decisive 7. So Cherry Evans needs to step back and let Sam Walker run this team. And then you can just provide your experience and your playmaking outside of that and float off the 7, which is why I keep saying the 7 and the 6 is different positions. But right now we are seeing them kind of collide where Cherry is trying to take control while Sam Walker is finding it difficult to take control over Ches. And I feel like that's what a lot of the problems at the Roosters have been so far this year. I think Reece Robson was a good signing. I want to see him do a lot here today. But I just need to see these halves understand their responsibilities in the team. But then again, they could be being told opposite. Trent Robinson could be saying the complete opposite. This is just my opinion from an outsider's perspective. But right this very second, it's looking like they're really clashing as halves. So today is a prime time game to adjust that and to allow Sam to be the decisive playmaker. If you're not going to do that, put Cherry Evans into the 7, give Sam Walker a different job responsibility, but also it's a very limited option for the next 1 to 2 years. Right, so that's my biggest issue with this Roosters team because they've got a great team outside of that. I liked Hugo Savala when he was in the centres against Manly. Tupou and Nwana Tuase, 2 of the best wingers in the game. Even though Mark Nwana Tuase is very liable at the back, he's a very big liability at the back, but can have his absolute game-breaking moments. Robert Toya, incredible. Tedesco, incredible. This Roosters team is really, really good. It is really good. And I need to see their forwards do more, but the Roosters are really good, which is why I tipped them as high as I did in the preseason. But they have been extremely disappointing so far this year. Extremely disappointing. So in this game, who am I going to predict? It's a tough game. It's 50-50. Honestly, I don't know who wins this game. I think that I'm going to lean with the Sharkies based off of their recent form and the fact that the Roosters are coming off the bye. They could have been good for them, but also could be bad for them. I'm going to take the Sharks, but I'm not convinced. It's as 50-50 as it gets. I'm pretty certain. I can't see the odds, but I'm pretty certain you will be seeing both these teams at pretty much the same odds. Maybe slight favourite Sharks. I don't know. But I will go with the slight favourites here. I got the Raiders right in the last one, so hopefully I can get this one. But, yeah, that's where I'll go. I'll go Sharkies. Now, by the end of the 7th round, so the Sharks have a bye next week, actually. They are currently 1-1, 1-2, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. Realistically, for their standards, they should be experiencing 4-2. They shouldn't be going and having a 3-3 start to the season. I feel like it's not a must-win. At minimum, you're not going to be on a negative on a win-loss, but I do feel like, considering you've made 2 prelims in a row, and the Roosters aren't exactly a guarantee right now, I would be expecting the Sharkies should be up 4-2 by the end of the 7th round with the bye. So I think they need to win this game here today. So I'm going to say it's disappointing if they go and lose and it's 3-3. But if they win this, it's a great start to the season, despite the fact that they had those 2 rough games against the Panthers and the Dolphins. I do think you'd have a really strong start to the season with a 4-2. But if you lose this and you go 3-3, I think ultimately it's a disappointing start to the season, 3-3. I really do for a preliminary final team, in my opinion. But it's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. Then you go to the Roosters. They 0-1, 1-1, 1-2. 2-2, so they're 2-2 as well, with the bye included. Yeah, Sharkies 3-2, Roosters are 2-2 with the bye. You've got this week the Sharkies and the Knights next week. The Knights is not an easy game as their current form, but let's see how they play tomorrow against the Tigers to see if they get caught out a little bit. I think that considering you're 2-2, realistically, from your expectations, you should be 4-2 as well. I do think you need to go and win these next 2 games here, Roosters, funnily enough. I really do. I think this is a big, desperate win for you, because otherwise you will go to 2-3 and you could drop off. But I do feel like this is a really desperate win for the Roosters in a lot of ways. I'm going to say that I think that you should win. I'm not saying I'm tipping you for both games, but I'm saying that from your expectations, you should be winning these next 2 games against the Sharkies and the Knights, because the Sharkies are no guarantee by any means, and the Knights, They've been playing well, but they're also no guarantee on the long term, so you need to really capitalise here and get your season back on track. Then you play the Dragons, you could go on a bit of a run. Dragons and the Broncos and the Titans and the Cowboys. You don't have to play another really, really big time team again until the Storm in round 13, who haven't been having great form at all, but that could be a completely different time as well for the competition with them. So look, I think that if you're not 4-2, it's a disappointment. If you make it 3-3, it's like whatever, but you'll take it. If you go to 2-4, then wow, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare of a start. But let's see. Now, the Roosters have run onto the field. Sharks are about to come out. Let's quickly run through the ladder. So the Sharks are in 8th position, equal with the Warriors on 6 and Manly on 6. Also Broncos and Dolphins. If the Sharks win this, they go into equal second with the Tigers, the Knights, the Cowboys, the Rabbitohs, the Bulldogs, and that's it. They have a plus 18, so they would immediately jump above the Bulldogs, the Rabbitohs, and the Cowboys into 4th position. If they won this game by 14 points or more, they'd go above the Knights. If they won this game by about 24 points or so, they'd go above the Tigers, but one of those two teams will jump above them. But if they win this game by 14 points or more, it effectively locks them in for the top 3. But then if the Warriors beat the Storm, they'd go to 4th. So it's either 3rd or 4th with a win, essentially. If they lose this game, however, they would have to lose by 12 to go below Manly. Sharks coming out now. Having to run through this. They'd go below Manly if they lost by 12 points or more. The Broncos have already played, but you'd have to lose by dead set like 24 points or more. Dolphins are out of the equation. The Roosters would jump you. So you would go, with a big loss, you'd go to 10th. But with a small loss, you would go to 9th. But there is also a technical chance that you could go to as low as 11th. So it's either 3rd or 4th, or 10th or 11th, effectively, for the Sharkies. And then for the Roosters, they're on 6 points, equal with all those teams. They're minus 35, their points differential's awful. But if they win, they will go to equal second as well. But their points differential's so bad, they're not jumping anybody unless they win by 40 to go above the Bulldogs. So you put them into 7th position there. Game has kicked off here, guys. The Sharks will get the ball here at the 3. Braden Trindle off to Toby Rudolph, and he'll bring this ball out to the 12. So yeah, with a win, you go up to around the range of 5-6 off the top of my head. If you lose this game, you will if Storm win, you go down to 13th, and if the Eels win by enough, their points difference minus 60, but the Eels could jump you too. So there's a chance that you could be in the bottom 4, but you probably just go to 13th, right? But anyway, guys, hit that like button and subscribe. We are underway for the game. It's 4 tackle with the Sharkies. They are at the 35. And let's get into the chat. Let's open that little bad boy up, and hopefully we get a good game here. 23 Hawaii says, I believe we're going to win. I'm scared about our defense, and sometimes our offense usually clicks early, but then after that we stopped from a Roosters fan perspective. All right, so let me just refresh this score as well so you can have the live score below us. And there we go. That should be good. Sweet. All right, so the Roosters now with the ball at the 25 of first tackle. This is a really difficult game to predict. Cronulla says, mate, up, Cronulla. We're going to keep this 100% win rate in Perth. Have you actually won 100% in Perth? Wow, that's interesting. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I know you've played a couple of times in Perth. I didn't know you were 100% here. Gary says, g'day everyone. I hope you're all doing well. How's your travels going, Blaze? Going well, mate. Yeah, Manly win yesterday. Maybe not necessarily an amazing win, but they won yesterday over the Dragons. Victor Radley will get this ball to the 50. Cosgrove says, Trent Robinson has been at the reins of the Roosters for a while. If the Roosters continue to just miss out in the big dance as he come under pressure. Yeah, I think he's under pressure now. I think he needs to really turn this team around now. Fit tackle here for the Roosters at the 40. He's got a star-studded team every year, but they just don't seem to... Last year was an exception because a lot of people predicted them, including myself, out of the top 8. They made the top 8, but also didn't do anything when they got to the top 8, and they were kind of just a team making up the numbers. So yeah, I think this needs to be a really successful season for the Roosters. Otherwise, 2018, 2019 is a long time between drinks of mine. That'll be Teague Wilton who brings his ball out to the 20 on third tackle. I'm going to skip to the live chat now. Otherwise, I would have... missed quite a bit. Fourth tackle now to the 25. Cosrip says, Toya got a fan for life in me after Origin last year. He was incredible last year. Blake Brayley to the 40. Best sport getting around it. Good luck, Jesse. Good luck, son, even though I'd like the Sharkies to win for my mum. But I have just edged the Sharkies, but it's going to be... It's a really tough one, man. The Roosters absolutely could win this game, and the Sharkies could absolutely win this game. It just comes down to who comes in and wants it more, which both teams, they can clock off completely. Is a thing that both teams definitely can do. I actually expect a bit of a low scorer here today, even though both teams have plenty of attacking options. Second tackle now at the 40 for the Roosters. And we've seen two massively high-scoring games in these last two games, the Broncos, Cowboys, and then to the Raiders versus the Rabbitohs. We've seen really high-scoring games with like 80 points. Now, where I feel like we might see a bit more of a low scorer. Fourth tackle now for the Roosters at 35. Dion says, Roosters on paper could be insanely good if they gel. I agree. That's why pre-season I thought they would come first. but obviously not so much at the moment. Roosters now at the 30 on fit tackle. Peter says, Sharks have one of the best home ground records. Do they? Well, this isn't a home ground for the Sharkies. This is in Perth. Sione with a great grab, and he'll get away from a couple of players, and he'll get this ball to the 5, but Victor Radley with a great tackle prevent him from getting away. Do the Sharks have an amazing home ground record? Dion says it's hard with the Roosters because last year they started the season bad and they played good just before Origin, which is pretty much typically what they do. They usually do, open up into the year rather than, start off strong. Third tackle at 20. They're not making a great deal of meters here. Cronulla, Kale Ero to the 25 and 4 tackle. 23 Rises, can we please win this, Roosters? I just want us to play good and hopefully our defence does better than we did against Manly. Again, I think this is probably going to be more so of a low-scoring game, but Adam Fennell-Blake now at the 35 and 5 tackle. Suddenly getting around the Roosters. Not going to lie, I'm quietly confident with this game. It's a great kick from Nico. Will it sit up? It will sit up, and it's going to go into the in goal. It's a great kick from Nico, but the Sharkies don't get anywhere near enough kick pressure on that to keep him down to the 10, and he'll bring it out to the 15 through a light jog. Quietly confident. I don't know how you feel on that. I think this should be... Tedesco with a great run. They're going to score a try here. Okay, that should make you feel confident. That's a forward pass. That should have been a forward pass. Oh my gosh, how have they messed this up? How have they messed that up? They still might score here. If there was a forward pass there from Tedesco, I don't know how they messed this up. No one to Wase. Oh my gosh, Roosters. Oh my gosh, Roosters. Oh my gosh, Roosters. Oh my gosh, Roosters. They're going to go out to the 10. Oh my gosh, Roosters. Oh my gosh, Roosters. That is horrific. One, there was a forward pass there, but also two, how have they not scored this? The Sharks were done, and then you have everyone done, and now they've been able to get their line set 10 metres out. I can't believe the Roosters didn't score that. I can't believe it. 10 metres out from the line here for the Roosters. They give it off to Sam Walker. Sam Walker and Nafahu White, and Nafahu White's going to be 8 metres away from the line now, third tackle. I can't believe the Roosters didn't score. This would be insane if the Sharks can defend this. 6 again here for the Roosters. They have to score right now. You have to score after all this. Angus Crichton, 5 metres away from the line. They give it to Tedesco, then off to Lindsay Collins, and Lindsay Collins gets monstered in the tackle back at the 5 on second tackle. Still can't believe that forward pass wasn't called from Teddy as well. They go short side. Sam Walker knock on by the Roosters. And the fact that the Sharkies are away. Sione Katoa at the 20. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. Sione Katoa. Oh my gosh, he's at the 25. This is insane. Roosters, I can't believe... If you concede right now, that is mind-baffling. If you concede right now, this is insane. Good defence from the Sharkies, but also baffling that we're now in this situation. Hiroti takes the tackle himself. That is also one of the dumbest things you've seen on a rugby league field. Blake Brayley and Nico Hines. Nico Hines goes short side himself. He'll be 10 metres out from the line, second tackle. Yeah, incredible from the Sharks not to concede, and not only that, to go onto the attack from it. Out the back here to Mawene Hiroti, who is 9 metres away from the line, third tackle. They roll it back to Blake Brayley. They've got Adam Fennell-Blake. He gets out the back to Trindle. Trindle now to Kale Ero. Ero is going to be 9 metres away from the line, fourth tackle. They roll it back to Blake Brayley. He's got Trindle. No, he's got Teague Wilton. Oh my gosh. No, it's Jesse Colquhoun. Try time for the Sharkies. Roosters, that is one of the most mind-blowing last 4 minutes of play I nearly have ever seen. That might have just been the most mind-blowing last 4 minutes of play I have ever seen. And I've watched a lot of rugby league. That was mind-blowing. That was mind-blowing. The Roosters make a break of 60 metres. They have a 2-on-1. Tedesco probably throws a pass that was forward. That ball don't lie with them not scoring. And then Sam Walker doesn't have the pace. And then he gets back to Tedesco. They stop him. Then they pass it to one of Tuase. And he gets held up over the line when they've got 3 players defensively, the Sharks. The Sharks have 3 players defending the line. And they pass it to one of Tuase who gets held up over the line. They then proceed to get a 6 again, the Roosters. They're on the attack. It's just dominant. Bang, 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 bang. And then they lose the ball on second tackle. Sione Katoa then proceeds to run 70 metres. He's not a fast winger by any means. Runs 70 metres. And then the Sharkies are going to score pretty much in the next play. That was mind-blowing. Brighton says, what just happened? I don't know. But the Sharkies lead 4-0 here with a get to come. Home in the NRL says Roosters have their chances. Don't know where the first to score. Wow. Wow. So Nico Hines, he was 6 from 6 last week. He's going to make this 6-0 in this game because it's right in front. Well, I could have seen 6 at the other end. Sharks cocked that right up at both ends. Sharks did amazing on both ends. Sharks defended resiliently, and the Sharks then scored. How fast was that ball? Don't lie, Karma. Yeah, very, very ball. Don't lie, Karma. Because I do think there was definitely a forward pass from Tedesco. But either way, Jesse Colquhoun goes over the stripe, and it's 6-0 to the Sharkies. 8 minutes in. Oh, hold on. They're saying Tedesco might be injured here. God bless him. He was very slow to get back up. You don't want to see that. That's very much unlike James Tedesco. He was slow to get up, and he was struggling for the entire set. Roosters, man, all the talent's so sad. Well, like, it's only 8 minutes into the game here, but it's just a wild start to this game. This has been an amazing round so far, though, to be fair. Ref turned a blind eye to a forward pass, and the Roosters can't score in that one line break that we gained 60 metres. I just can't believe that Nuana Tawase got held up over the line. That was great work from the Sharks, regardless. Like, they had 3 players defend the line, and they still found a way to defend Nuana Tawase scoring, who you would have backed in every day of the week in that situation. That's going to be Sam Stonestreet, who gets his ball here to the 20 on the second tackle. Teddy's ribs copped it, probably just the wind knocked out of him. Yeah, maybe. Jesse Colquhoun, he's been really underrated this season. He'll bring this ball to the 25 now on third tackle. Have we had a bad round? I wouldn't say there's been a bad round, but there's been some underwhelming-ish rounds. But I wouldn't say there's been a bad round where it's just been completely blowout central and there hasn't been even a close game at all. Blake Brayley, great run, straight up the guts to the 50 on fifth tackle. Sharks playing some good footy in the moment. Braden Trindle, he'll put that ball up. And the Roosters will grab it in the sun. Tedesco, geez, that was a difficult tape, but good on him. He gets taken back to the 15 on first tackle. Yeah, I wouldn't say that we've necessarily had a bad round per se, no. Second tackle now for the Roosters at the 22. They'll go off to Hugo Savala. The person I'm playing in Supercoach right now is Captain Will Kennedy in this game, so I think the Sharkies win, but... And they've got Adam Fanua-Blake, but even though I think he actually scores in this game, fourth tackle now at the 38, but... I hope Will Kennedy has a mare. Oh, Nafahu White loses the ball, and Adam Fanua-Blake gets it off into Colquhoun, and Colquhoun's going to be to 40. Oh, Roosters, it's all on again here. Katoa runs 70 metres and gets 3 points on Supercoach. Oh, boy. Well, Sharkies now. Mawene Hiroti on zero tackle, now first at the 33. Sharks are all over him since that line break for the Roosters. It'll be Jesse Colquhoun who brings his ball now to the 30. Yeah, the error is hitting the Roosters pretty hard at the moment. They give it out to Braden Trindle and then Toby Rudolph. He'll be at the 25 third tackle. Is this a trial for New South Wales Origin hooker? That's a great question. I would give it to Blake Brayley, but I can understand, between Reece Robson and Blake Brayley. Like it. 10 minutes gone in the first half, 30 minutes to go. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. 30 minutes to go here in the first half. They've got Trindle. Trindle short ball to Toby Rudolph, and Rudolph is going to be 9 minutes out of the line. You have to defend this set here, Roosters. Sharks, they go to Nico Hines. Oh, it's a knock on from the Roosters, and the Sharkies will score. Mawene Hiroti is going to score underneath the post, and Roosters, this is a nightmare. You have conceded 2 quick tries after just dominating that opening first 5 minutes, and then you've just conceded 2 very quick tries. Knock on from the Roosters straight to the hands of Mawene Hiroti, and it is a try time. 10-0 with a kick to come. That bomb try is going to haunt me. Yeah, it should, Sundo. It should. Blake Brayley, good pass to Nico Hines. Hines then touched by Cherry Evans. Sam Walker as he's trying to put a hand out at it, but Hiroti gets it, and that is a try. This is a wild game at the moment, lads. It's a wild game. No line break because of the broken play. Yeah, it's not a line break, Sam. Yeah. Titans score. Yeah, Mawene Hiroti off to the Titans next year. So, Titans score. Titans leading the Roosters right now 4-0. 4-0. Gary says, great vine over here is that Nathan Cleary may be coming to England to be near his wife who plays for Man City. Just the messenger. We know Mary Fowler. I don't think he does, mate. I don't think he does, but he's going to test the market. He's allowed to test the market. It's up to him. He's already done everything he needs to do in the NRL, so like he could go over there for a couple of years and then come back to the NRL. It wouldn't crazily surprise me, but I do think that he'll stay here. What's the tax situation in Super League comparatively? Because it's 1.9 million Australian dollars a year, effectively, is what he's been offered. But I don't know how much he gets taxed over there for that. And Nick Irons will get the kick. So it is 12-0 to the Sharks with 28 minutes to go in the first half. What a crazy start. Gary says it would be so good for the game over here. Needs a huge boost. It would be really good in proving Nathan Cleary outside of the Panthers system as well, because like when we've seen Cleary outside of the Panthers system, it hasn't necessarily gone to plan for him all the time. Like he doesn't play exceptional for Australia, even though he plays well, and he doesn't play exceptional for New South Wales by any means. You know, there's definitely question marks in his origin, so it would be nice to see him do that. But also, it's quite funny because then he wouldn't be able to play Origin for you in New South Wales. Andre says Roosters will come back early days. I love the faith, mate. Either way, though, this is worrying. Yes, it's early days. There's still a long way to go in this game. Roosters can definitely come back, but this is a very common theme for their season so far, which is the biggest worry coming off of a bye. And the Sharkies have played really good form these last couple of weeks. The teams they played weren't spectacular, but the Sharks have been a lot better these last couple of weeks. So I would be worried. Again, all power to the faith of believing your team comes back, but there's definite major concerns right now at East. Will Kennedy will get taken down to the 45 on fit tackle. If he wins his Origin this year with a dominant series, I reckon he goes. Yeah, look, that's probably valid. If he wins the comp this year, like the NRL, and then also wins Origin, like, I think that is a great shout. But also, that's right, because he still plays next year regardless. His contract is still till next year. Who would the Panthers chuck in their halfback? They would be in a bit of a worrying situation. Like, it will set the Panthers back a bit. It will set them back in a comp a bit. So the Roosters here will beat the 45 on 4 tackle. So Cots is Cleary $8 million for 4 years plus endorsements and a lovely lady. I also don't think Mary Fowler's his wife, is it? Maybe fiance, but I don't think they're married yet, are they? Mitchell says Nathan Cleary's a standard halfback. Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the standard halfback call. Oh, that's great from Will Kennedy. He puts his foot back in the in goal, and they're going to get a 7-tackle set here. Great play from Will Kennedy. And Kennedy gets his ball to the 33 on first tackle. Also, if Ivan plans to retire soon, he will definitely go. I don't think Ivan's retiring anytime soon. Ivan's nowhere close to retiring. What? Moeni Hiroti, 2nd tackle now at the 50. This is all Sharks right now, mind you. Don't start, Sam. Don't do it. Don't start. So it's Kale Ero. He'll get this ball now to the 40 on 3rd tackle. 6 again for Cronulla. That is a 6 again. And they're 38 metres away. Blake Brayley to Jesse Colhoun, and Jesse Colhoun is 30 metres out from the line, 2nd tackle. Hull, I believe it is, Brighton. I think it's Hull that is the potential for Clizzer. 3rd tackle now, 25 metres away. Blake Brayley, he'll get it off to Jesse Colhoun. There'd be a lot of Australians who actually watch the Super League just to see him play, to be fair. It's a big play from the Super League to do it. 15 metres out. Jesse Colhoun to Blake Brayley. They got Kennedy out the back. Kennedy gives it underneath to Hiroti, and he knocks the ball on. Tedesco will be taken down, 0 tackle at the 18. And it's a penalty as well. Oh, I don't know about the penalty, but Tedesco's going to take a quick tap here. He's going to take a quick tap, and he's away. He's away. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. This has happened a couple of times here. Tedesco will be having a crack a game of Supercoach right now because he's had some massive line breaks already. They go to the right here, but the Sharks have gotten back in numbers. The Roosters are actually the ones slow to get to the ball here. And Robert Toya will get taken down at the 35 on 2nd tackle. Roosters were the ones slow to get back. That's an interesting thought process. Nafahu White, he'll get the offload away to Siwa Wong. And Siwa Wong is going to be at the 23 on 3rd tackle. Why are the Roosters the slow ones to attack whilst the Sharks got all 13 players behind the ball immediately? Lindsay Collins is going to be 18 metres out, 6 again here. You've got numbers on the left, and Reece Robson goes to the right. He goes himself, actually. He goes quickly up. He gets away from 1 tackle, and then Will Kennedy slaps him down at the 5. They go to the left, Nafahu, White, Sam Walker, then to Angus Crichton. He gets crunched by Rudolph, but he gets away from the tackle, and then he'll get the offload away, hits the grass, then it hits the grass again, and then, Roosters. Oh my gosh, Roosters. Oh my gosh. Oh, if you're a Roosters fan, this is painful to watch right now. It's going to be a knock-on here from the Roosters. Oh, they've actually caught a forward pass here from the Roosters. Oh, dude. This is a big old kerfuffle home in the NRL. Massive old kerfuffle. Oh, it's a penalty Cronulla too. Oh, it's going from bad to worse, Sydney. Penalty to Cronulla. Is it for dissent? What is he called? I think this might be a penalty for dissent against... Yeah, it is. A penalty for dissent against Tedesco. You're the captain, man. You can't be doing that, especially when it wasn't a penalty. It was called as a knock-on or forward pass, and either way, there was a knock-on regardless. So it's not like the call should be really being argued with too significantly, and I don't think the referee's been against the Roosters today. At the end of the day, you got a forward pass call that wasn't given against you. Nico Hines to Jesse Colquhoun, and he'll be at the 40. Colquhoun's been so underrated this season, man. 6 again for the Sharks at the 42. Adam Fanua-Blake brings his ball to the 35. Sam says, I think the dissent was from Walker. Maybe, but they showed Tedesco right after. Blake Brayley, he'll go out the back now to Nico Hines. Then out the back to Moini Hiroti. And Hiroti is going to be 25 metres away, second tackle. Walker arguing with the ref. Okay, yeah, I got confused because they showed Tedesco right after the dissent call. But it must have been Walker. Third tackle now at the 15. Roosters on a massive back foot here. Sharks, you got to make them pay. They'll get it off to Nico Hines. Hines underneath now to Jesse Colquhoun. Jesse Colquhoun steps. He's still going. He'll be at the 10, fourth tackle. If the Sharks screws this game, no, mate, because we would have only been 20 minutes in. Braden Trindle goes at himself. He'll be 5 metres away from the line. They'll go fifth tackle, kicks it across. I think that's a knock-on there from the Sharkies, and the Roosters will get away with it. Wow, Reece Robson, good run to the 15 on first tackle. Yes, after this, and there will be Storm Warriors. We'll be live for the Storm vs Warriors later on. Savala to the 30, strong run. Nico Hines with a good tackle. Scott, you gotta listen, brother. How are we calling game 18 minutes into a game, bro? Even if it's 18-0. Do we watch the same rugby league? We saw the Rabbitohs score like 3 tries in 10 minutes in the other game, and then we saw them score 2 tries in like 2 minutes in the other game. How are we even thinking about calling game with 62 minutes to go, even at 18-0? What are we doing? 6 again here for the Roosters. Hugo Savala brings his ball to the 33. It's first tackle. Sam Walker to Victor Radley, and Radley, he'll get this ball to the 25. Oh no, Radley. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's a knock on from Victor Radley. It's a knock on from Victor Radley. Oh. Oh, dude. Seven says kill the stream. Kill the stream. Robbo's not happy. Robbo shouldn't be happy. This is a tough watch, Sundo. This is really poor from the Roosters. You know how I predicted you guys for first pre-season? Well, when I do my recap round 7, or after next week, when I do my updated ladder predictions, I can tell you right now, I don't have you anywhere close to a top 4 position, that's for sure. Kailero, right now, at best, I'd be putting you guys around 8th on this form. At best. And that is a push currently. That is a real push. But I do think it'll turn around for the Roosters at some point this year. And they gel at some point. But right this very second, it is so tough to see. Moini Hiroti with a great run to the 50 on 4 tackle. 20 minutes gone here. 20 minutes to go in the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe. The Sharkies bring the ball. I think that's 6 again. No, it's not. It's 5th tackle still. Blake Brayley to Braden Trindle. And Trindle will whack that ball up. Kennedy chasing it through strongly. Bang! Smack Tupou. Oh my gosh. Will Kennedy. Don't you offload that ball, Tupou. Otherwise, I'm going to flip my shit. And I'm not even a Roosters fan. It's a dropout. That's a brilliant tackle there from Will Kennedy. That is a brilliant tackle there from Will Kennedy. Like I said, if the NRL community wakes up, this should be the game where people start questioning Robbo as a coach. I've been questioning for years, Lagan. I know you said NRL community, but I'm just emphasising, I've been questioning Robbo for years. He did try to offload that Brighton. I would have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind. So the Roosters are going to put themselves under more pressure here with a short dropout. They need this to go to their hands, otherwise, and that's Sharky's ball at the 15. Sam Stone Street will get this ball to the 5. First tackle. Oh my gosh. They give it off to Trindle, then to Jesse Colquhoun. He's been so solid to start this game here, Jesse Colquhoun, and he has that try to his name. First tackle, Blake Brayley. Nicho Hynes underneath to Toby Rudolph, and he's lost the ball. Oh my gosh. I don't understand how Toby Rudolph still has the contract, bro. He does this every week. He does it every week. He has one good game. And he does this every week, man. Like, what? How are you dropping this ball? Toby Rudolph, bro. Like, It's a regular tackle over the top there from Angus Crichton. How are you not holding the ball there? Like, it's just, this is an every week thing with Toby Rudolph. He makes you lose your mind. He really does. He really does. Anyway, so it's Roosters ball here at the 10. Who would you put New South Wales hooker? I would have Blake Brayley, New South Wales hooker, Servant. Robert Toyer's lost the ball. Oh no. 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 No. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. 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 It's a Roosters knock on off first tackle. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Sam's saying troll. This is trolling. This is trolling us. Don't look Roosters fans. Don't look NRL fans. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. 6 errors for the Roosters in 22 minutes, by the way. They're already about to get to the awful category within 22 minutes. They're at 58% completion rate. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to have a heart attack. Brighton says, sorry, bye, brother. Shrindle now. He rolls his back to Blake Brayley, Nicho Hynes, and Hynes is going to be 8 metres out from the line. Please just hold the ball. I don't care what happens here. Please, one team. Sharks, Roosters, I don't care. Hold the ball. Teague Wilton, he's going to be 9 metres away here from the line. If I see another error from the Roosters, I'm turning the TV off. Adam Fanor Blake, he will run this ball to about 4 metres out from the line. Third tackle. Blake Brayley, he'll go to the right to Trindle. Trindle will just get to the 3 on 4 tackle now. And they'll get it out to Blake Brayley. Brayley off to Nicho Hynes. Nicho Hynes out to Will Kennedy. Kennedy gives it to Kale Ero. Kale Ero goes it himself. He'll be 9 metres out from the line. Fit tackle. At least this is some form of decent defence here from the Roosters. Sharks kick it up, and Cherry Evans gets it at 3. At least they complete the set. Sam says Hainsey's losing it. Yeah, no, look, valid, mate. Valid. He'll also lose it if the Roosters score and Sam Walker misses a kick, because he'll see my notification. Angus Crichton on third tackle. Roosters with the ball at 15. Just please complete this set, Roosters. I'm begging. As a neutral watcher of this game, I'm begging. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm in pain. I'm in pain, lads. I'm in pain. 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 I'm going to lose my mind. There's a knock on Roosters, by the way, guys, if you didn't know. Oh, no way. Oh, dude. Oh, it's the 7th error of the Roosters in 24 minutes. It looks like old mate is switching off his TV. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. Sharks with the ball at 24. You are kidding me, Sydney. So the Sharks now 25 metres away. It's Sione Katoa. And Katoa is going to be 25 metres out. Jeez, would have thought the Dragons or Tigers were playing by these mistakes. Dude, they are at 50% completion rate, man. Mawene Hiroti at the 18. Blake Brayley, 15 metres away. Off Jesse Colquhoun. Toby Rudolph, you hold the ball too, buddy. Third tackle now. Only 55 minutes more of this, Sam. Jeez, God help us. Trindle, 6 again. Sharkies are 3 metres out, first tackle. Well, that's 6 again. Blake Brayley, he'll give it off to Braden Trindle. It's a try time. Sharks are up 16-0. Roosters, you deserve every part of this. Roosters, you deserve every single part of this game right now. Trying to someone pain with pain. Oh, mate. Mate, we've been here for 25 minutes. They're already into the awful category of 7 errors. And it's about to be potentially 18-0. This is so bad from the Roosters. Like, this performance right now, with all due respect, off of this individual first half performance alone, is wooden spoon worthy. And I'm not saying the Roosters get the wooden spoon, but this first half performance has been wooden spoon worthy. It's about to be 18-0. Sharks, we surrender, have the win, take it, we do not deserve it. Justin Santos says good night. Oh, dude, this has been spectacular. I'm going to message Best Sport. Hold on 1 second. Listen, Jesse, Best Sport, I just want to ask you a real simple question here. What the fuck am I watching? There we go. That's what it can get. 16-0. He's a Roosters fan if people don't know him from Instagram. Looks like Manly did the right thing offloading Cherry Evans. Well, it's not like we can blame Cherry Evans for this game. Like, the 6 isn't the problem for why they're knocking this ball on this entire time. It's nothing to do with the halves right now. It's to do with the ball handling and the forwards aren't getting him into attack and range, but also like when they're there, they didn't really do too much with it. But like at the end of the day, this game is not on Cherry Evans. That's a bit of a cop out to blame Cherry Evans for this one. Overall, Cherry Evans hasn't been great, but Nico Hines will actually miss the kicks. We'll say 16-0. But this is not the right game to be criticising Cherry Evans. I can't even give much credit to the Sharks as a Sharks fan. I'm in the NRL. This is expected. You are expected to be up by this much with how bad the Roosters have been. Can the Sharks get 50 and eliminate the Roosters' chance of winning the premiership? You're getting timed out because we have not seen 30 points yet. There's a rule in the channel that you need to see the thrifty 30 before the 50 bomb can be spoken about, and you've just jinxed it. So, unfortunately, Peter, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today that is a timeout, son. That is a timeout. We will be seeing you in 5 minutes' time. Moderators, you got to lock that one down very quickly. All right, 14 minutes left. 14 minutes left here of the first half. If I had $1 for every time I see a knock on, I'd have 10 right now. No, you wouldn't. You'd have $7. You would have $7. Actually, I'll just confirm. Is it 7 errors or is it 8? Their completion rate right now, the Roosters, is quite literally 55%. They have made 7 errors. Ugh. Adam Fanua-Blake, he's going to run this ball back here to the 20 on first tackle. Yes, please do, Descenders. All right, so first tackle here for the Sharks. Sorry, he was at the 10. And Sam Stone Street bubbles it, but he'll keep the ball at the 15. 16 from 18 completions for the Sharks. 7 from 13 for the Roosters. They're at the 20. The Sharks have made 135 more metres than the Roosters already. Jesse Colquhoun. It'll be 4 tackle now at the 30. Will Kennedy, he'll now take this ball out here to the 35 on fit tackles. Not a great set there from Cronulla, though. And Braden okay, Roosters, I'm begging you to not knock this ball on. I'm begging. I just want to see you complete this set, please. Please, Roosters. Please. Please. I don't care. Try, no try. Lose 50 metres. It doesn't matter. Just don't knock the ball on here. Second tackle. They roll it back. Cherry Evans across now to Spencer Leniu, and Leniu will be taken down to the 40 on third tackle. Bated breath on this not being a knock on. Tedesco, he'll get the ball to the 50. Good tackle there by Hirot. Did not give up on it. Fourth tackle. We're getting close to the promised land, lads. Getting close. Connor Watson taken down to the 40 on fifth tackle now. Oh my gosh. Just kick the ball. Kick the ball. Kick the ball. They completed a set. The Roosters completed a set, ladies and gentlemen. Will Kennedy grabs this one at the 5. And he's going to bring this ball out here to the 10. Cosworth says, I haven't seen my team win since mid-2025. Surely following the Roosters isn't that bad. Oh, there's a... I thought I heard a whistle there for a knock-on Sharks. Following the Roosters isn't that bad, but you've got to think of it from a contextual level. Like, they think that they're a premiership chance every year, and they do this. So it's like, it's not this, it's hard, but it's also nowhere near as hard. But contextually, there is difficulties to supporting the Roosters for sure. But it's not like a Dragons or a Titans and those Tigers the last couple of years. Knights are the last 10 years, really. So fifth tackle with the Sharks at the 35, and Braden Trindle, he will whack that one down into the corner. It's going to be a 40-20 if it goes over the sideline. No one twice, he does drop it, but it goes backwards. And now it's going to be Roosters ball at the 18 first tackle. Rugby League Therapy says, Roosters disrespect the ball as hard as Andrew Tate disrespects women. It's been a bad game from the Roosters' perspective. Second tackle now for the Roosters at the 23. Sherry Evans off to Daniel Tupou. Just complete the set here, Roosters. Sharks aren't even making it to halfway. The Roosters have made it way too easy. Yeah, the Roosters, Crichton can't get the offload away. No one followed him up. Fourth tackle now for the Roosters at the 45. That was a great run, though, from Angus Crichton. Robson and Sam Walker. Sam Walker, that's a forward pass. Oh, wow, they don't even call the forward pass again. Sam Walker's going to get this. Oh, Roosters are going to score here out of nowhere, which does kind of show how this game is going. I do feel like there probably should have been a forward pass there as well. But I want to go back and have a look at it. But it is 16-4 here with a kick to come. How many else does that look forward? I do think that was probably forward. Sam Walker. Oh, it's probably flat. It's probably flat. It's definitely nowhere near as forward as we saw last night from the Broncos. And it's it's not as forward as we see other. It's probably flat there from Sam Walker. It's probably just a good pass out of Hugo Savala, and then Hugo Savala gets pulled back on the inside of Sam Walker. So it's 16-4 here with the kick to come. 10 minutes to go. The game of the first half here, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. 10 minutes to go. Yeah, not as bad as the passes from the Denver Broncos. I'll agree with that one. Yeah, no, it is probably flat there, Andre. You're a Roosters fan, as I can see, so it's hard to take your opinion typically on a Roosters try, but I do agree that it's probably flat. Can't celebrate a forward-pass try. I don't think it was a forward-pass try, Serpent. Originally, off first glance, it looked forward, but then when you go back and have a look at it, it probably was flat. Charles says, who scored? Sam Walker scored for the Roosters. Sam Walker scored for the Roosters. If you are a Roosters fan, by the way, I think you take the try, but this has been just diabolical. This has been just horrific. That touchy, just doing her best, trying to keep up. Can't expect too much. It's only professional sport. Is it Belinda Sharp? She usually does a bit of touchy work. Is it Belinda? So it's 16-6 with 9 minutes to go the first half. If you're a Sharks fan, you'd probably be a little bit disappointed with the score being as low as it is, considering how bad the Roosters have been. Yet it's Belinda Sharp. Cronulla says Thomas Hayleton on and Toby Rudolph off, and Oren Kafusi on and Jesse Colquhoun off. Well, there you go. Toby Rudolph should never be on. Thank God she doesn't get main ref duties anymore. She's better than Casey Badger, mate. I'd take Belinda Sharp over Casey Badger every day of the week. 9 minutes to go in the first half. 9 minutes left here. Well, make a game of it, Roosters. If you can just hold the ball, you've probably done more with the ball when you've had it than the Sharks have. It's just come down to your errors. It really has. Look at that. You don't knock the ball on and you score from, 60 metres out. They've made 3 line breaks in the Roosters, so it's not like they can't do it with the ball. It's just that they keep dropping the ball. Off to Siwa Wong, and he will get this ball to the 35 on the third tackle. Just because Toby's openly gay. 1, he's bisexual, but 2, what does that have to do with anything? Literally, that has no relevance to any conversation that anybody's having at any point here, just poker. Firstly, it's not just openly gay, it's bisexual. And secondly, what is the point to that comment? What was the necessity for the comment of that? So the Sharks, they will... I think that's a knock on there from the Sharkies. Oh my gosh, the Roosters are going to score. Robert Toya is going to score. Robert Toya might score. Robert Toya will score. Oh my gosh, Sharks, you're just as bad as the Roosters. Oh my gosh, Sharks, you're just as bad. Sharks, the fact that this is going to be a 4-point game is outstanding. It's outstanding, Sharks. It's outstanding. This game has been a punish of a watch. That is absolutely pathetic here from Cronulla. This is nothing special for the Roosters. Nothing special has really even happened in this game. The Sharks haven't done anything special. Sam Stonestreet isn't even trying to get the ball there. You are the winger, bro. You are quite literally the winger, and you're not even trying to catch the ball. You are stupid. That is stupid rugby league. Look at him. He's not even competing for the ball. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's nowhere close to getting to the ball. That is stupid. This game is awful. And I'm a Titans fan. I know what awful looks like. Both these teams right now are just insane. I'm losing my mind watching this game. It's incredible. Incredible the lack of rugby league in this game. It is astounding how bad it is. It is astounding how bad this is. I mean, else is, even when we were up 16-0, we looked flimsy in defence and okay attack. I 100% agree. It's astounding how bad this game is right now. At least it's close, though. At least it's close. It's going to be probably a 4-point game. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. 16-10 to the Sharks. 6.5 minutes to go here the first half. Oh, no. Bunker. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're going to call a disruptor against the Roosters. Robert Toya. The fact that they even look at the bunker here shows that they're going to call this as a no try. The game's gone, lads. The game's gone. The game's gone. Game's gone. Game's gone. Game's gone. Game's gone, lads. Game's gone. No try. Game's gone. Game's gone. It should have been a try to the Roosters. I can't believe they've called that. Game's gone. I can't believe they've called that as a no try. Oh, it's a schmozzle. It's a schmozzle. The Sharks should not be benefiting from that. And it's not. There's no way. How's everyone night? Jeremy, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. That's how my night's going. Game's gone, Daz, mate. Tasman says, here comes the bunker to set the standard on stupidity. Penalty to the Sharks. Oh, boy. Sharkies ball at the 40. Matt Lee says, even as a Sharks fan, this rule is stupid. It was a fingertip. It's the same thing with the Broncos try last night that they scored that the bunker took off them when it was absolutely a try for the Broncos. That was absolutely a try for the Roosters. Yeah, like it's a fingertip that touches him 0.00001 of a second before the ball touches the hands. Sietsa for Talakai, third tackle. No, it's 6 again now at the 45. That is wild that it's considered a disruptive play. Oh, no, because he's going up for the ball. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Tommy Hazelton, I would say, even though that should have been a try with Broncos last night, I would say this was even less than that one. Third tackle. To be fair, Gathmuch Misaki didn't even really touch him. Blake Brayley off to Trindle. It's astounding, that call. Sietsa for Talakai, fourth tackle now at the 20. KS says Sharks 10-year repeat 2016 now 2026. There's no way you're impressed by what you're watching right now. Fit tackle here at the 10. Let's see if they can score. 6 again for the Sharks. 10 metres out. Oh no, they might go up the other end of the field and score straight away. Hazelton's going to score under the post. Oh my gosh, the Sharks just scored a try off the back of an abhorrent call from the Roosters having a no try. Oh. Alright, 20-6 with the kid to come. It's about to be 22-6. KS says Sharks can win the grand final. Look, man, I need to see a lot more out of them to be thinking about that, mate. They're nowhere near good enough to be winning the grand final right now. But like, I would love to see the Sharkies win the grand final for my mum. But this game is a schmozzle. This game's been ruined. This game has been unfortunately ruined. The Roosters have been awful. The Sharkies have been not as awful, but awful. And then the bunker has also been awful. Like, it's. These games happen, though, unfortunately. These happen where everything just comes together to create an absolute shitfest. And right now, this is an absolute shitfest. Oh, best sport. No, exactly right. How is that not a try to the Roosters? The whole world will blow up at the thought of that being a no try. Like, it's astounding. I can't find the words for it, Jesse. Blake says, I don't know what people see in this Roosters side to hype them up so much every year. There's also that. Babs says, is this game going over? Probably. I think the over was like 50 and it's already 28 points. So you would probably assume so. Nico Hines gets the kick and it's 22-6 with 5 minutes to go the first half. Yeah, Bunker wins performance of the round for sure, Mitchell. Just Poker says straight point shaving. No, it's not. It's just incompetence. 5 minutes left here. It was a great offload there from Morgan Kafusi, by the way. Great offload. Royal Grammatici says, I was happy on Thursday seeing the Panthers play like crap, but now seeing what their competition is bringing to the table is a complete shit fest for competition. Made the least shit win this year. The Panthers are still the best team in the comp, bro. One result doesn't change that. Footy Dad says, this is actually garbage. That was a try for the Roosters. Now we just get a Sharks blowout. Yeah, well, the game is just garbage. The Roosters have been awful. They didn't even deserve the try, but there was a try. Like, they didn't deserve it, but they deserved it, if you know what I mean. And the Sharks, like, they've not been anything spectacular by any means, but they also deserve the lead because of how bad the Roosters have been. And then not only do we probably see a blowout here, but we had a chance of a close game if the try was awarded, rightfully so. Now it's not awarded, so now we're just sitting here thinking this is just an absolute schmozzle, and I'm looking forward to the Storm versus the Warriors game. Oh, there's a knock on here from the Sharks too. Oh, this game is awful. Oh, 22-6. Knock on from the Sharks here. Worst game of the season, Charles says. Oh, that probably goes to Titans Dragons, bro. But at least that was close. At least that was close. This has been the worst round of footy so far in a long time in terms of quality. In terms of quality, sure, but the first 4 games were exciting. But in terms of quality, yeah, I would agree. Roosters underneath to Tedesco. No, that wasn't Tedesco. Now it's Tupou. That was Hugo Savard on the inside. Tupou was taking down to 5 on the first tackle. Roosters, can you score now? Reece Robson gets it across to Savala. Savala off to Connor Watson, and Connor Watson's going to be 10 metres away from the line, second tackle. And Robson gets it off to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans double pumps it, goes back to the left-hand side to Spencer Leniu. And Spencer Leniu will get smashed by Fanor Blake. Oh, see, it's Talakai, sorry, in a tackle at 12. They go Robson off to Connor Watson. Connor Watson to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans now to Tedesco. Tedesco to Robert Toya. Toya goes himself, and he will luckily hold the ball at the 5. 4 tackle. Tedesco off to Sam Walker. Walker here to Butcher, and Butcher's 5 metres out. 5th tackle. Robson goes short side. Tedesco kicks his ball through. It's actually a good kick. It'll be a drop out. What year had the best quality games? Last year's games were really exciting. But also this year is still exciting. It's just this round we're complaining about, man. This round. It's just this round we're complaining about. This is just... Both these teams have been awful today. The Sharks are just at least capitalising on how awful the Roosters have been, whilst the Roosters haven't been capitalising on shit. But then again, they've also had a try robbed off of them as well. Like, it's just a schmozzle. So Sharks, short drop out. No one to Wase will get up for it and he'll grab this ball at 20. The only positive I can think of is the NRL have no idea how to stay consistent with making calls. We might see this bullshit rule for a couple of weeks, then it will never be seen again. You're right. We'll definitely see it for this round, and then maybe they'll see the absolute criticism for it, and they might change it after this round. It might just be a one-round thing that we've seen over the years with those, you know, like the sin bin calls and the send-off calls that we saw at Magic Round a couple of years ago and other things. Siwa Wong taken down to the 8. Good quick play the ball. Robert Toya. Oh my gosh, I think he's been held up. That's good scramble defense here from Cronulla. I'm pretty certain Robert Toya's been held up here, which is great from Will Kennedy. That's multiple times the Roosters have looked certain for a try, and the Sharks just keep preventing them for some... I don't know how Toya hasn't scored here either. Will Kennedy underneath, and oh my gosh, he got so close and he got held up. That's incredible defense there from Will Kennedy, and also I think Siosifa Talakai. I think 2004 to 2006 before entry of a 16 team and with full professional of first grade made for the best talent display each week. I don't know, even the Titans' first couple of years, the Titans' first 4 years, there was no real... Before 2006. So you're saying when the Titans came in, there was only 15 teams then? Oh, they kicked this ball through, and that's going to be a dropout. That's going to be a dropout here from the Sharkies to the Roosters. There was only 15 teams prior to 2006. It's just that kind of day. It's just that kind of game here. Yeah, it's just that kind of day. But this round has lacked quality, but been exciting overall. Kennedy has been good this year so far, Cosrips, but he did this last year in the first half of the year before falling off dramatically in the second half. He was top of the Daly M count at round 11 last year, I think it was. around 10 maybe, before Metcalf took it over and then he got injured. So they will go long here, the Sharks, and that's going to go back to the 60. That's going to go 65 metres on the kick, and the Sharks are going to keep them inside their own 50 off of the dropout. That's really good stuff. Also good from Spencer Leniu not to knock that ball on just then. First tackle here for the Roosters, Reece Robson. He's going to run this ball himself, and he'll bring it to the 40 on second tackle. Quality of the officiating and bunker been piss poor. That's same old, same old. And Nat Butcher, he's 35 metres away now. Third tackle, 20 seconds left here. Try is really crucial for you, Roosters. Cherry Evans. Out the back, quick passing. Sam Walker, Siwa Wong. Can't believe there wasn't a knock on there considering what we've seen so far, but they hold on to it. Four tackles, 7 seconds left here. Probably the last play of the first half. Connor Watson, Sam Walker. He'll put this ball down to the corner for Tupou. Way too easy there. Awful defense from the Sharks. The Roosters will score. Well, I'm happy the Roosters will score that because they deserved a try that was robbed off them before. So it's going to be 22 points to 10 with a kick to come here for the Roosters. I feel like it's good that they've got a try there to make up for the absolute dog shit call that was the no try in the Roosters. But that's just too easy. The Sharks are asleep at the wheel here. You know, Sione Katoa, I don't know why he's rushed up there. They did have the defense and nobody was even close. The Sharks do typically get done over by these kicks to corners to Daniel Tupou or especially Tupou in recent years. Last year and the year beforehand, no, maybe not last year, but the year beforehand, they killed him with Tupou on the wing. But the Roosters, it's going to be 22-10, key to come. What a shocking first half of football, but the score probably is pretty fine considering what we've seen. The score is probably pretty fine considering what we've seen. There's no benefit and positive in regards to only being down by 12. It says, is it a stop rule that pisses me off? Yes. Yeah, we've gone over that. We've already moved on past that, Azu. Sunna says, take that try from us. Well, they're not going to take that. Yeah, they're not going to take that one. But, like, either way, this is so difficult to say because, like, the Roosters have been complete dog shit today. But it's just that try that really pisses you off because they should have had a try. So, anyway, Sam Walker here, just to the right of the pose. Charles, more underdog teams actually won last season. But they will get the kick there, Sam Walker. So it's 22-12 at halftime. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my goodness me. Well, we got out of that one. There's only 40 minutes left to go of this absolute shithousery. But the game is still technically on here, ladies and gentlemen. The game is still technically on. So hopefully hopefully we see a better quality second half here. We're going to have a look at the stats. We're going to have a look at the stats here and we're going to have a heart attack. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a heart attack. But all right, and this... Oh, dude, this... I've just seen one of the stats. Obviously, guys, hit that like button and subscribe. Sharks lead 22-12 here at Opera Stadium, Perth. The try scorers are the Sharkies. Jesse Colquhoun, Mawani Hiroti, Braden Trindle and Thomas Hamilton with 3 from 4 from the conversions. Roosters, Sam Walker and Daniel Tupou with Sam Walker kicking both the conversions there. We go to the possession, 53% possession for the Sharks, 47% for the Roosters, with time possession being 13 minutes 50 for Cronulla, 12 minutes and 2 seconds for the Roosters. So that's 25, that's nearly 26 minutes there. It's at least a healthy amount. It's healthy enough amount. Cosrup says, I need a cigarette after watching the Roosters. Yeah, I agree. Completion rate, you want to be looking at 80% as a minimum, 87% for the Sharks, 21 from 24. They're very happy with that. Whilst the Roosters are at 66% on 14 from 21, that is awful. Anything below, at least they've improved from the 55% they were at one stage. They got up to 66%, 14 from 21. Still really bad, though. Like, still really, really bad. Runs-wise, now, Sharks fans, this is why we're saying you're not actually playing that well here at all. 94 runs for 872 run meters. You are 68 meters behind the 10 meters an average per run that you're looking for. 94 for 872. The Roosters are at 87 runs for 904 metres. So they've made 34 metres over the 10 metres on average per run. So that means that you can give them that 10 metres per run to equal out the runs to each other with 94. You have to go another 7 for the Roosters. That's 70 metres. So the Roosters on that merit would be 970 to 870 if you equal out the amount of runs. They're beating you out by about 100 metres with ball in hand. Even on the pure metric itself, 872 to 904, with 7 less runs, they're already beating you by 32 metres. So this is not great from Cronulla. despite the fact they've got 22. And the post-contact meters, 299 for the Sharks, 242 for the Roosters. So the Sharks are dominating the post-contact meters, and the Roosters are getting smacked in the post-contact by a good 50-odd, maybe 40-odd at best. 50, 40 post-contact meters is a massive advantage there to Cronulla. And then you go to the line breaks, 4-3 of the Sharks, no defense this game. It's insane. The tackle breaks is only 12 for the Sharks to the 21 for the Roosters, which means the Roosters have only missed 12 tackles here. But it also means that the tries that are being scored are coming off of no one even touching him. But that's a wild gap. Average set distance, 25 metres and below is pathetic to the stream off. 25 to 30 is disgusting. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is hitting the marker. 45 to 50, 40 to 45 is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic, and 50 plus is basically perfect. The Sharks are at 36.36, so they're just getting past the threshold, the mark of 35. 36.36 is not spectacular, but at least it is doing the job. It is at least doing the job. Whilst the Roosters are at 43.06. So despite all of their knock-ons, they're still in the great category for an average set distance. As we sports, I'm going to ask you, man, please stop spamming the chat in regards to the Robert Toya try. We're very aware that Robert Toya was robbed of a try. We've spoken to death about this. We don't need you to continuously spam about Robert Toya being robbed of a try. We've gone to death with it. We've spoken about it. The game has now moved on. Everybody's aware of it. We all know about it. We don't need you to keep spamming about Robert Toya being robbed of a try. We are very aware of what happened in that moment. We've done it to death. But average set distance is 42.45 here, which is great for the Roosters. That is a really good amount. That is about 6 metres in advantage to the Roosters, which shows how poor the Sharks have been. It's now come down to 40.7. So they're still in the great category, but it's only up by about 4. Then we go to the average play the ball speed. 3.19 seconds and below is extremely fast. 3.2 to 3.39 is fast. 3.4 to 3.59 is average. 3.6 to 3.79 is slow. And 3.8 and above is extremely slow. 3.43 seconds here for the Sharks is in the average category. Whilst the Roosters are 3.16 seconds. It is extremely fast right now for the Roosters. They're playing the ball at a speedy rate. The Sharks are going to try and hold it down a little bit. Like, honestly, you got to try and hold it down a little bit because that is really, really fast right now for the Roosters. Whilst the Sharks are at a normal rate. Offloads 4-1 to the Roosters. You go to the forced dropouts 2-0 to the Roosters. Kick defusal 100% for the Roosters, 60% for the Sharks. Effective tackle percentage, insane. Just absolutely insane. So 85% and below is awful. 85% to 88% is underwhelming. 88% to 90% is hitting the marker, and 90% and above is amazing, basically perfect. I actually have to stipulate something here too, because I just realised that the Roosters actually every half-time win the stats. In every game. Against the Warriors, they won the stats at half-time. I believe against the Panthers, they were pretty close to winning most of the stats. They still got flogged in those games. So this is actually pretty similar to what they've had in their games. But 85.79% here for the Sharks is in the underwhelming category, getting close to the awful category. 157 tackles made, which is pretty typical. It's a little bit under, but pretty typical for tackles made. With the 21 missed tackles being 4 above the average of 15 and 17. That's a lot of missed tackles, but the ineffective tackles on the lower end of the average at 5. So 26 bad tackles in the first half from the Sharks. It's not good enough through 157 tackles made at an 85.79 percentage. But the Roosters, wow, 93.49%. That's incredible. That's basically perfect. 201 tackles made, which is upper end, well upper end. 12 missed tackles is 3 under the average of 15 and 17, and the 2 ineffective tackles is 3 underneath the average of 5 to 7. So the Roosters are killing it in regards to their defense, but they're still going up 22 points. And this is the thing that I say. Every game at halftime, the Roosters are leading the stats, and they don't perform. I think Manly probably dominated a lot more of the stats in the Manly Roosters game. No, sorry. Manly, I believe, might have been just slightly up. And they were winning. The Roosters were still winning the stats. It's every week the Roosters win the stats, but they lose the game. Even though they won that Manly game. They did. They won the Manly game. But, you know, this is like an every week thing. Negative play. 3 and under is really good for errors. 4 to 6 is average. 7 and above is awful. Sharks are at 4. That is on the lower end of the average, whilst the Roosters are at 8. That is ridiculous. That is just diabolical. 8 errors in the first half is well into the awful category. That's poor. Penalties conceded 2-1 against the Roosters. It's not too bad from both teams there. Ruck infringements, Roosters are getting up there with 4. 2 against the Sharks, and then the inside 10 metres is 2-2. So ultimately, this is a very similar stat line to what we see every single week with the Roosters. Every single week. I don't know how the second half goes, because if you look at the stats, the Roosters should come and dominate this game. But it has just been a diabolical game. You can see how much that took out of me in the first half. Like, look at us in a regular stream compared to what we just witnessed. I feel like I've aged 10 years watching that first half. I don't know how you guys feel. I I don't know how you guys feel, but I just feel like I've aged 10 years just watching that first half. So, long way to go in the game. Long way to go in the game, but it is half time 22-12. Aspect says, Sue to leave, confirmed. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Shane. Babs says, do you think the second half can go scoreless? No. Aspect says, how bad was the call? Didn't get to see it was daylight or like a 50-50 call for rubber. It should have been a try. Just Progress says, if you get an offer to commentate on a Sky Sport, would you take that or continue the channel with a split following? I'd probably do like a split. Like I would never give up this channel. No way. Like the benefit to what I do is that we have the interactive commentary. And you have to, when you do like commentary gigs like that, you need to toe the line in regards to how they want it delivered rather than where we can be open to be ourselves here and we can respond how we want here. You can't really do that when you're on that big time public level. Like, I'd always be open to opportunities and whatnot, but at the end of the day, what the biggest benefit to doing this channel and to doing what we do here is that we can have this bounce back interactive commentary with you guys. Home of the NRL says, Roosters just complete their sets and they should be in front coming from a Sharks fan. Yeah, I would agree with that. I can't believe that was a no try. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it. Get your sniffy jar out. Yeah, I agree, Gaz. I agree. Good call. I actually might run off the bathroom too here. I didn't really... Well, we had that first game, then we had a quick little break, and then we were into this game. We're going to go straight into the Storm versus the Warriors game after this one. So I'm going to quickly run off the bathroom here, guys. Still half time. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back on in a moment. Alright, we're back. Someone said, is that smelling salt? No, that is a Thai herbal inhaler, mate. I also got myself a coffee to fire us up for the second half because we're going to need it after what we just watched. We're going to need it. Beautiful. Nice little coffee there to get us rocking and rolling. Still half time though. It's smelling salt. It's a Thai herbal inhaler, bro. Do you know what these are? Rugby League Therapy Podcast says, listening to Billy Slater justify amateur errors by fullbacks does my head in. Who's he justifying? What errors is he justifying? Michael says, what do you think of AKP starting for a late change ahead of his club debut? Is AKP in the team, is he? Is Loffy in the team tonight against the Storm? Let me have a look. He is in the team. Loffy is in the team. Wow, interesting. So Metcalf is out. Did Metcalf get injured? He has to have been. Metcalf is out tonight. So Harris, Aveda and Boyd. Oh, dude, I nearly want to take the Storm. I nearly might want to take the Storm. No, sorry, I really might want to take the Wires. I like him better with Harris, Aveda and Tanner Boyd there and Loffy in the team. Wowee. You like the eye gets? What are you talking about? You like the eye gets? Rugby League Therapy Podcast says, in regards to Fox commentary, need to toe the line. But what do you? But what's he referring to? Like, what is he defending? Honestly, it reminds me of Oklahoma Thunder, the way teams get fouls. Am I missing something here? Yes, that is Michael Cheika in the Roosters coach's box. Guys, Metcalf injured. Yeah, so that's some big changes tonight. So Pompey out, Nickel Klokstad out, and Metcalf out. Leotower in, Lofiana Campera in, and Luke Hansen in. Now, Luke Hansen just goes into the extended bench, obviously, but Harris Tavita is the starting six, and Loffy is the starting winger, and Leotower comes into the centre. Wow, yeah, some big change for the Waz tonight. Don't mind it. Don't mind it for the Waz. Don't mind it. Rugby League Therapy Podcast says, Channel 9 commentary not allowed to scrutinise poor play. And this is what I say. You know, this is why when people ask me about commentary gigs and whatnot, not that my style necessarily reflects what they would want, but you can't criticise as much as you feel necessary. So, like, I'm pretty open and transparent here. You don't have to agree with what I say, but I'm pretty open and transparent with what I'm watching and what I believe I'm watching. And I just look at it from a different lens, potentially how you're looking at it from, or it could be your team and you have your bias compared to. Same thing with me and the Titans and whatnot. You know, it's not really possible to criticise players prior, criticise players based off of what you're looking at, because I feel like on that big public level, they don't want to feel like the players are being. They don't want the players to feel like they're being targeted specifically. I'm worried as a Sharks fan, some of our efforts have either been amazing try savers and poor reads. Yeah, I would agree with that one. Still half time here, by the way, folks. Still half time. But yeah, this has been a really, really topsy-turvy game for the Sharks. If you're looking at the stats, they don't deserve to be leading, but also they deserve to be leading. But again, the Roosters win the half-time stats of nearly every single game. Of pretty much every single one, they win the half-time stats. Whether they win or lose is another question. The try predictor has Sharks at 59%, so that will probably to score the first try of the second half. They got the Rabbitohs one wrong. They got the Broncos Cowboys one, I think, wrong, and they also got the Panthers Bulldogs one, I think, wrong. So this would probably mean the Roosters score next. If you took a job with 9, you won't be allowed to scrutinise. Billy clearly isn't allowed to call out poor fullback play. Correct, but also I don't think that he should be justifying it. I would just ignore it. I would just talk about something else. There's plenty of other things you can talk about. I don't think you should be justifying the poor play. So the Roosters will receive this ball here to start the second half. Sherry Evans gives it off to Nat Butcher. Obviously, guys, hit that like button and subscribe. 22-12 to the Sharkies. And don't forget, we've got one more game after this, which is the Melbourne Storm taking on the New Zealand Warriors down there at Amy in Melbourne. Sean says, well, the way you read the game is better than most. Home of the NRL says, I bloody hope so. I can't watch them lose with how poor the Roosters have been. It would be diabolical for the Sharks to lose this game without, no wonder twice they're grabbing his left shoulder. God bless him. You don't want to see that. No wonder twice they're grabbing his left shoulder there. 4 tackle at the 30, Spencer Leniu. What are you doing? It's clearly a tackle at 30, Spencer. Yeah, if the Sharks lose this game despite how poor... But then again, the Roosters played really poor against Manly in the first half and then exploded in the second half. But Manly is a different quality team to the Sharks, obviously. So Cronulla get this ball through Sam Stone Street, the 15. And he's going to take this ball now to the 28 on first tackle. Marky Mark with the AC. I think he's okay. He's still in the game here. And he's made this tackle here. I think he's okay. Second tackle here for Cronulla. The completion rate for the Sharks is really good, though. They're not the ones making the errors. And that's the only reason why they've got 22 points to their name. CSF Italikai, he'll bring this ball to the halfway point. That's a strong run. Need that from him. 4 tackle. And Blake Brayley goes it to Nico Hines, and he will step, and he will go, and they're going to call this the 1-1 strip. That's fine from Connor Watson. It is fine. So Cherry Evans now gets the ball to Toya. And Toya taken down at the 45 on first tackle. And it's a fine 1-1 strip there from Connor Watson. Really good stuff. They get this ball inside to Siwa Wong. And Siwa Wong's now, he's lost the ball. Oh, I think they've missed a knock on there in the tackle. All the Sharks players were calling for it too. I think they missed a knock on in the tackle there. Sam Walker Off to Spencer Leniu, and Leniu will get taken down now at the 38 on third tackle. 100% does my head in when Billy also came to me justify poor play. They're obviously being told to justify it, but I just feel like it's better to ignore it than to make yourself look silly justifying poor play. On a consistent, regular basis too. Sometimes you can justify like big pressure cooker moments, but in this game, there's no real justification for some of the errors we've seen from the Roosters. So they go out to the right to Cherry Evans. He's going to put that ball up here for Nuana to Wase. Stoned. Oh, I think that's knocked back. I think that's a try. I think they've scored here. I think Cherry Evans has scored a try here. I think this is a try. Yeah, the Roosters will score. Bad stuff there from Cronulla, and it's 22 points to 16 with a kick to come to the Roosters. With the $5 donations, I apologise for the timeout, Blaze. Been a long time subscriber, but all but love from the Doggies fan. No, I appreciate the donation as well. I'm aware of who you are, man. It's just about the spamming. It's just read the room, bro. You just got to read the room and not with the spamming, especially when we've already covered something in depth, and then to continuously, repeatedly say the same thing regardless. So it's fine. Like I'm aware you've been around here for a long time, and I appreciate your support. But yeah, the timeout was justified, as we're speaking about. 23 Rice says, yes, thank you. We're making that comeback happen. Yes. I thought you said you turned the game off before. Rugby League Therapy Podcast says, I'd love to know what their team matters, who would have copped multiple sprays about what it means to play first grade. Think about Billy. We're doing a lot of commas here, Rugby League Therapy Podcast. We're doing a lot of brackets, sorry. Not commas. We're doing a lot of brackets. A lot of brackets. Oh, no, there's a problem here, lads. This might be no try. Commentary's saying there's a problem. No, it is confirmed. I thought it was a complete try. The commentary was saying there was a problem, though. I didn't know what the problem was. So Cherry Evans with the try time. No one twice. They're still grabbing his left shoulder. Still grabbing at the left shoulder. But 22-16. He's the one who knocked this ball back as well to Ches. So Sam Walker, 22-16. He should be getting this kick. He should be getting it. And he will... Oh, hits the post and goes in. Gee whiz, that was close. Gee whiz. But it is 22 points to 18. We've seen 2 games today with comebacks. Obviously, the Rabbitohs weren't able to get the win in the comeback over the Raiders. But we saw a comeback there. And the Roosters have been at least able to come back in this one. 35 minutes left here. And there's another bracket. Just shaves the inside of the post there. Joshua says Titans could roll these teams based on how they're playing. Mate, the Titans lost by 50 points to 10 to Cronulla. But we did beat the Roosters the last time we played them. And that was at Allianz as well last year. So back that in. But no, I don't have a whole deal of confidence there. But then again, the Titans will never lose a game ever again as well. C8 says, come on, Cronulla, we got this. Well, you'd hope so. The first half was so bad from the Roosters that it would be amazing for them if they can still find a way to win this game. Nat Butcher now, he is 22 metres out, second tackle. A bit of a shithole these days with crime, but we've had some good footballers come through there, fair enough. So it's first tackle here for the Roosters at 25, second tackle, sorry. And they'll get it off to, Todd Smith, let the ball play. There was nothing wrong with what we just saw. So Siwa Wong at the 25. This is the thing. Despite the fact the quality of football has been pretty poor this round, all the games are pretty close. Panthers Bulldogs was close. Dragons Manly was close. Rabbitohs Raiders was close. Lost the ball, Spencer Leniu. He's knocked the ball on. Rabbitohs Raiders was close. Broncos Cowboys was close. And this game is close. So at the very least, regardless of the poor quality, we are seeing really close games. But anyway, knock on here from Spencer Leniu at the 40, and the Sharkies will go on the attack. Says, you just know if it ends a 4-pointer, it's Roosters robbed, even though the Sharks have played well. Oh, no, you have not. No, you have not, statistically. No, you have not. But you deserve to be in the lead, but there is no team has played well in this game. You got done pretty big on the stats at the first half, despite how bad the Roosters were. This has not been a great game from the Sharks, but they'll take the win if they can get it, for sure. Second tackle now to 35. No, you have not. Blake Brayley goes out to Trindle. Trindle then to Oregon Kafusi, and Oregon Kafusi will get this ball to the 30. Third tackle. But I'm also a big defender of the fact that if a no try like that happens in the first half, there's still 45 minutes or 50 minutes left of the game to change around, and the whole game has changed if that try scored, so you can't guarantee anything. Out of the right-hand side of Will Candy, so I don't think that the Roosters have been robbed if they lose by less than 4 to 6 points, no. But that was an awful call. Regardless, a short ball, Braden Trindle, knock on Sharkies, and James Tedesco. It's a double knock on. First knock on from the Sharkies, though. Double knock on, but first knock on here from, I think they're calling Trindle. Yeah, as he tries to offload that. Where's the knock on from the Roosters? If we hold the ball, we win. If we don't, we lose. Yeah, I would agree with that, Sundo. Yeah, 100%. 100%, because if with the ball in hand, you have been the far better team here today. But it's just that you keep knocking the ball on. But with the ball in hand, the Roosters have clearly been the better team by a decent stretch today. Third tackle now for the Roosters at the 35. Sean, it's been a good round so far. No blowouts and points scored with close games. What else do you want? Well, I want the quality to be better. But it's been close games. Yeah, I thought Toya just lost that as well, Sam, but they didn't call it. Reece Robson's down at the moment. He's grabbing at his right ankle. God bless him. You don't want to see that if you're a Roosters fan. You've got Connor Watson there, but you don't want to be seeing this from Reece Robson. I think he's just kind of twisted his ankle a little bit. I think he's okay. But you don't want to be seeing this. That should not be a hip drop, if you're calling that a hip drop. There's no way that should be. No way. Oh, dead set. The game's gone, bro. Like, that's such a the game's so gone, bro. So gone. Sharks are the same roster since 2022. Yeah, they have. Is it 2022 or 2021? Davis, is it raining there? Looks like the ball is a bar of soap on the game, so knock on. It's as beautiful days can get, man. It's as beautiful can get. So Hugo Savala off to Sam Walker, and Spencer Leniu is 25 metres away from the line. 32 minutes left here of the game. They go to Angus Crichton. Crichton breaks to the 10. It's second tackle, Reece Robson. He'll go short, knock on Roosters. You couldn't write it, lads. You couldn't write it. They're going to challenge this here, the Roosters. You couldn't write this. You could not write it. Knew the bunker call that, but it's not a hip drop in my view. Agree, Michael. Can't wait till Ronaldo Mulitalo returns. Is he out the whole year, or is it like 3/4 of the year? I know it's a long way. It's definitely a knock-on here from the Roosters. He just drops the ball here, goes onto his leg. They call this a knock-on 100 times out of 100. Oh, they're actually going to say this is fine. They're actually going to say it's fine, and then I think that, yeah, that's actually going to be fine. Tedesco's going to get super lucky here, bro. Tedesco's gotten super lucky there, so it's going to be a successful challenge. So the Roosters are going to get the ball at the 5. Roosters completed 52 from 53 in the wet in Manly. Why can't they apply in general? Jeez, did they really? 52 from 53 is wild. He will most likely only play if Sharks make finals. Oh, damn. Yeah. I knew it was a long-term injury. I didn't realise it was the whole year, though. Sharks should play finals, though, even though today has not been a great backing for that. Nat Butcher is at the 10 on third tackle. Reece Robson. Connor Watson out to Sam Walker, Tedesco. Oh, Katoa nearly had a pick of the intercept for a 90-metre try. I don't know if he has the pace for it, but he would have had a massive run. But he stops a try regardless. But geez, he did pick the pass. He just couldn't bring it in. He would have run for a good 80 metres, but I don't know if he has the pace to score. He's not a fast winger, Senator Katoa. Kennedy probably had Tupou covered regardless, but geez, that was close. When they look back at this round, it'll be known as the clown round. It has been a bit of a clown round, but again, it's been close. At the very least, we are getting interesting games that are going down to the wire. Broncos, Cowboys down to the wire. Bulldogs, Panthers did still technically come down to the wire. Oh, there's another nearly intercepted chance there, but it's going to be 0 tackle for the Roosters now, and they're going to be at the 15, at the 10 on 0 tackle. 10 metres away. You're dreaming, Andre. That is pure bias. Sione Katoa would have, at very minimum, gotten to the 50 or the 40 on the other side of the field if he picks that one off, because they've got to turn around to get him. But he wasn't scoring a try. He doesn't have the pace that. But that's an absolute dream of a comment if you think he's getting chopped at his own 20. Second tackle now for the Roosters. They're 3 metres away. Robson, and it's a knock on Roosters. No, they're going to call penalty here. Penalty here to the Roosters. 3 minutes out. They're not going to go for the 2, but they're going to get another fresh set. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 30 minutes to go of the game. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Never onside, not square. You name it. Everything was wrong there from the Sharkies defensively. But Nat Butcher, he's 5 metres out here from the line. First tackle for the Chooks. You've had plenty of ball down here now. You've got to do it. Siwa Wong. He'll get this ball to the 4 on second tackle. Reece Robson at the back here to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans then off to Sam Walker. Sam Walker off to Tedesco. Tedesco to Hugo Savala. And Savala taken down at the 10 on 4 tackle. Come on, Sharks, we need to win this after disappointing ball play. So, yep. Both teams disappointing, but who wants to win it? It's all up in the air right now. Connor Watson smacked by CSF Talakai. He's been good today, Talakai. 4 tackle. Robson off to Sam Walker. Sam Walker steps and he'll be taken down to the 5 or 5th tackle. Okay, last chance, but they're going to put it into the air to the wingers. You have to. It's the best chance all the time. Oh, they don't, and it's another knock-on from the Sharks. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my goodness me. Everything's going the way of the Roosters right now. The Sharkies making a few errors. They're making a few errors, and they're allowing the Roosters really red hot back into this one. Trindle knocks that ball on. You can't really blame him. It's an awkward kick that he tries to pick up, but unfortunately it's a knock-on. If we don't take advantage of these opportunities, we can't cry rubber at the end of the game. Exactly right, Serpent. That is a fantastic comment from a Roosters fan. That is a fantastic comment from a Roosters fan. If you cannot capitalise on all of this attacking ball right now, last 5 minutes, 76% possession, the territory's been all Roosters. You know, you have to score. And if you lose this game despite not scoring and play, what's the ref calls? Oh, it's a penalty. Oh well, how many penalties and 6 agains are we going to? How many until we start seeing a warning here for the Sharkies? But it's a penalty here to the Roosters from in front. I guess if there's another penalty here, you could actually bin someone. But yeah, if you don't score here, it's like you can't really call Rob, because whilst that was a bad call, and also the Sharks scored right at the end, right after that bad call, mind you, as well. So it was effectively a 12-point swing. But you can't really call Rob if you can't score moments like this. So Reece Robson, they go to the right. Tedesco gives it off, and they're going to knock this ball on, are they? Oh, yep, they're going to throw the ball forward. Oh, my gosh, Roosters. Oh, 0 tackle for the Sharks at the 10. Oh, my goodness me. I'm in pain, I'm in pain, I'm in pain. I'm in pain, I'm in pain, I say. I'm in pain, Sydney Roosters, doing rugby the Chookies way. I'm in pain. Anyway, Sharks ball at 10. Oh boy. Hawaii said, thank you, Sharks. If we don't score this, I have no faith, I hate it. Well, do I have something to tell you? To knock on Sharks off the scrum. I'm in pain, Cronulla Shaggies. I'm in pain, I say. I'm in pain, Cronulla Shaggies. Doing football both teams' way. This is a shocker of a game, bro. Roosters back on the attack, 10 metres out. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. If Roosters knock this ball on in the first 3 tackles, I am taking a breather. I'm jumping, I'm stepping up, I'm walking out to the balcony. I'm going to have a breath of fresh air. 6 again for the Roosters, 5 metres out. 6 again. Reece Robson goes at himself. He's going to be 3 metres away from the line here. 3rd tackle. KS's worst game in NRL history. Quality-wise, it's pretty bad, but like there's been some absolute poo-slingers before. I think right now this has been the worst game of the year, despite the fact that it's close. Cherry Evans out to the left, but then again, Dragons and Titans was close, but really was awful as well. Fit tackle over the Roosters, 5 metres out. Supo, Sam Walker, Cherry Evans. I'm walking away. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. Lads and ladies, gentlemen and mistresses, I cannot deal with this game. I cannot deal with this game. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Third tackle over the Sharks at the 35. I just want to really clarify here. Not only was it a knock-on, but it was a knock-on on a hit-up on fit tackle. It was a knock-on on a hit-up of fit tackle. It wasn't just a... Oh, it's gone backwards, thankfully, from the Sharks. Oh my gosh. Nico Hines off to Moeni Hiroti. Hiroti at the 25. It's fit tackle. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Sharkies chasing it through. Knock on from the Roosters. No, they're going to say it went backwards. And it's going to be a drop out here from Connor. Oh no, he's actually snuck out. He's actually got out into the field. So it's literally half a metre out from his own line. Sharks, he's just got to keep him down here now. 5 metres out from the own line. Second tackle. Yeah, it's time to turn the TV off. This is time to turn the TV off, mate. Turn the TV off, please. Third tackle. I wish I could. Rugby League Therapy says, fuck this game. I'm going to need your podcast after this, mate. I'm going to need some therapy after this game. 4 tackle at the 20. Sando says, I can only just laugh at this point. Yeah, that was a great set from Cronulla at the very least. Tedesco brings this ball to the 30 on fit tackle. Just a reminder, it was a hit up on fit tackle from the Roosters for that knock on as well. Just a reminder. Cherry Evans boots that one down and Kennedy lets it bounce. Sam Stonestreet will bring it out to the 30. Whoever wins this game, I hate you. If whoever loses this game, I hate you even more. Second tackle for Cronulla at the 42. I'm glad I don't have KO right now. Serpent, you should be so grateful, mate. You're the real winner here. Whoever wins this game, the real winner is the people not watching it. Sifa Talakai to Adam Fanor-Blake. And Fanor-Blake with a great run to the 35 on fit tackle. Blake Brayley, they go to the left, and Trindle, they're going to run the ball on fit tackle. Oh, it's 4 tackles, sorry, my bad. My brain's gone, lads. The game's gone. Like, you got to forgive me. Blake Brayley, short side, fit tackle. Nico Hines to Kale Iro, who's kicked the ball out in the full dead, basically. Hit up on fit tackle boggles my mind. I saw it, but I can't believe it. Yeah, well, you should start believing it, and it's a 7 tackle set here for the Sharks off one of the worst kicks of all time as well. Well. What a game we got here, lads. Jaden says, last time I checked, we were up 22-6. Last time I checked, I didn't have the IQ of a potato. Now I feel like I have the IQ of a potato. First tackle now at 35. And Robson goes to Siwa Wong. And Siwa Wong to the 45. All you need to do is complete the Sydney Roosters. I know it's amazing stuff. He's going to try and claim the high tackle penalty. Siwa Wong. He's staying down. He's staying down. He's really trying to milk this one. Like, it probably is going to be contacted high, but he is really trying to milk this one too. Oh, I don't know. Hold on. No. Oh, you milking bastard. You are a soft... That's... Oh, he's been rewarded with it too. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that is a milk and a half. That is This game is just... That's insane. That... Why he says, Wong, you little dirty dog. Oh, dude, that is a milk and a half. Siwa Wong comes off for HIA though, so it'll send him off the field until 7 minutes to go. Full cream milk right there, Sando says. That is a milk and a half. That's too funny. This game is incredible. This is an incredible game. 22 minutes to go here. Alright, Roosters, you're going to be back into the attack. Now, here's an idea. Now, guys, I need you to put your seatbelt on. I need you to really buckle up here because all I'm going to say is hold the ball. He is off for a HIA, Cosribs. So Nafahu White is going to be at the 20. 15 metres out now, first tackle. He's just gained 3 metres there on that play the ball. Sherry Evans off to Connor Watson, and Connor Watson, that's a high tackle against the Sharkies. That one probably was a high tackle from Blake Brayley. It's a hot take, Ibrahim holding the ball. Holding the ball is a really hot take, mate. Really. So Nafahu White, he is going to be at the 5. There's no way this game goes under the 50, considering what this game has been. Surely not. Like, there's no way. Surely not. Robson out to Cherry Evans to Sam Walker. Short ball Crichton, and Crichton gets locked down at the 5. Jeez, it was a good run though from Crichton, but he just gets grabbed at the ankles just beforehand. They go to Radley. Not a great run from Radley. Third tackle. He's been good defensively today though, Radley. And tough. Robson. Cherry Evans. They go to the right, Tedesco, and Tedesco gets away from 1 tackle, and then he'll go down to the 9 on 4 tackle after doing a circus act. Robson, they go quickly, short side. He goes at himself, and then he gives it up to Radley. Radley at the back here to Sam Walker. They kick this ball through for Crichton, and it will be a dropout. That was actually not too bad of a set there from the Roosters. Like, I will celebrate when they do something good. That was actually not that bad of a set. Again, at the end of the day, it's a close game. At the very minimum, we are seeing a close game here. Adrian says, honestly, NRL game today, the longer you stay down, the most likely get a penalty. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So 20 minutes to go here of the game here, folks. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are new here. The Sharkies go for a short. Oh my gosh, Trindle got it on. He knocked it on. Oh no, there might be a high tackle. They're going to... So Trindle's knocked this ball on. He's saying that he's been contacted with high and he wants to challenge it. Oh no. This might be a successful challenge for shocking reasons because he's diving. He does get contacted with a high. They're going to call this a penalty. You watch. You watch. He is literally on the ground. Mitigation, but it's still a penalty. You watch. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. He's halfway to the ground, but it is a high contact hit. And it's so soft. This game's fucked. This game's gone, lads. The game's so gone. The game is so gone, bro. The game is so gone. It's high contact. It's the correct rule, but you just knew it was coming because he's literally on the ground, but it's high contact, so the mitigation prevents it from being a bin, but it's also so soft. It's the correct call based off of consistency, but it's also hilarious. It's also hilarious. So it's Sharks ball here at the 40. Oh boy, what a game. What a game. This has been a game. Daz, mate, I'm already losing my mind, Daz. Anyone who's watching this game has been through the trenches of rugby league right now, Daz. I'm not dealing with that comment right now. Second tackle now, third tackle with Jesse Calhoun, and he's going to be at the 35. We're not doing this, Daz. We're not doing it right now, mate. Please. We're already in enough pain. Nico Hines out to Britton Nicola, and Crichton's gone down a bit heavily here. God bless him. He's grabbing the back of his neck. You don't like to see this. God bless him. Every time you see something like this, you want to crack your neck, eh? If you want to promote the NRL to any newcomer, show them this game. It only gets better from here. It does only get better from here. It does. I wonder if there's anybody watching right now who's watching this game and watching this stream and thinking, what's he talking about? This is a belter of a game. I do wonder. Especially, I want to ask Sharks and Roosters fans specifically, what are your thoughts on the quality of this game? What are your thoughts? Oh, it does, mate. You shut your dirty mouth when you were talking to me. So Trindle puts that ball up. Jesse Calhoun chasing it through. Oh, Billy Burns, sorry. Robson grabs it at the 5. I think that might have been a knock-on from the Sharkies. So it might be 0. No, it's first tackle. No, I think they got away with it there. Tupou gets his ball to the 10. Second tackle. He milked it harder than a milkman collecting his milk, Daz. A lot of milkmen collecting their milk, but what milk are we talking about is what I'm talking about. Third tackle at 25. Hawaii, who was a Roosters fan, said this is a prison sentence for me. At least you've got an actual investment in this game, however. C8 says, I'm a Sharks fan. This game is just a bunch of milking penalties and neither team should win. The winners of this game are the ones who are enjoying their Saturday afternoon at the Burley Pav. Sam Walker, dink underneath there. The ball's going to bounce here for Connor Watson. It's actually going to work out well. And then it goes over the sideline. It actually was pretty good there for the Roosters. Duraz says, as a Sharks fan, Sharks fan, man, the quality has not been what you expect from two top-tier sides playing, or at least minimum top 6 clash. Well, if the Roosters lose this game, they probably go into the bottom 4, bro. Probably. If the Storm win, and then if the Eels beat the Titans tomorrow, they are in the bottom 4. If the no, they're not going to go below. Yeah, the Eels minus 60, the Roosters are minus 35. So the Titans win. It's only a 4-point game right now. Anyway, first tackle here for Cronulla. Now second tackle. And Sam Stonestrike gets his ball to the 25. Stratos says, is there any chance for Greece team to be ever competitive in the World Cup? In Rugby League? I don't want to hurt your feelings here, man, but, you know, we've got some pretty big-time nations like Samoa, like Tonga, Fiji, Papua New Guinea. They love their rugby league. They're obsessed with their rugby league, and even they have never won a World Cup. New Zealand have only done it once. Australia do it every single time. So, knock on Roosters. Knock on Roosters. Oh, they're going to challenge us here. They said Roosters knocked this. They said Roosters didn't even touch it, and it's Sharks knock on. Okay, well, the Sharks are challenging this. Sharks, you were cursed. Knock that ball on. I know you want to. Well, they may have just not. Todd Smith called it as a knock on, but I thought the Roosters knocked this one. We're on. Okay, we're back on. Sorry, guys. This is shambles. It's not inconclusive. They just said knock on Siena Katoa. It's fine. I'm okay with the call. So Siwa Wong passes HIA, so he'll be back about 8 minutes to go or so. All right, well, first tackle here for the Chooks. Nawana Tawasi brings the ball to the 25 now on second tackle. They go out to, close to a high tackle. That is a high tackle. That is a high tackle against Teague Wilton. Penalty here to the Roosters. Even the audio doesn't want you to listen to the game. No, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. What's the all-time record for most handling errors in a game? Cowboys Knights last year was pretty bad for it, mate. That was dead set over 40. I think it was 24 for the Cowboys and I think 18 for the Knights or something like that. That was bad last year. Today we've seen 12 and 11. It's actually not that bad considering. Not that bad considering. At the moment, there's still 16 minutes to play, so it's 23 errors so far in this game. So Roosters are 30 metres out. Reece Robson off to Victor Radley. Radley to Tedesco. Tedesco gets it off to Robert Toya, and Toya is going to get this ball to the 20 to the 15 on third tackle. And now no one to Wase to Tedesco. Tedesco then off to Radley. Radley lost the ball. It's a knock on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, they've said it's backwards. Oh my gosh. The Roosters, that's going to go over the sideline. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're throwing the ball. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They could say knock on from Sharkies. I don't know, man. They don't have a challenge as well. I just can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. They're saying this is a knock on from the Sharks. It's like, well, they're going to say that's a knock on there from Toby Rudolph. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, but also schmozzle. But I'm okay with it, but it's also a schmozzle. I do have to torch my tell Serpent. I have not missed a single game of rugby league this year. I will not change that here today. I've got Storm Warriors right after this. I will not. I do have to, unfortunately, torch myself right now. The Roosters to the right. Tedesco. Tedesco is going to be 12 metres away from the line. Someone save Blaze for his own health. Mate, my health is gone. Have gone. Nafahu White at the 5 on second tackle. They've not had the lead the entire game. Sharks were up 16-0, but they've got a chance right now. The Roosters, quick passing. Tupou will score. Oh, please tell me he scored that. I'm pretty certain he put that ball down, but he's looking up at... I'm pretty certain he scored this, but also it looked awkward. But I'm pretty certain Tupou scores this. If he loses this ball, I give up. I actually walk away. I'm pretty certain he just simply scores this, but the ball bounces really awkwardly here. And he doesn't look unbelievably confident, even though I think it's a try. And you do back into him every day of the week here. You do back him in. I don't believe it. He has to have. I'm pretty certain he does. There's no way he would have dropped this. It just looked awkward on the first angle. No, it's a definitely... Like, he gets it. He does. It's a hard kick from the sideline. It's 22-22. He does get it, but, like, you know what I mean? You can't even celebrate yet Sunday. I know. It was such an awkward put down. And the try has been confirmed, though. But it's just the way that the ball awkwardly bounces up, bro. Oh, it's a try. It's a try, but can you please put the ball down normally, Tupou? Seb says, I'm glad this was the weekend I chose to go away from being a schmozzle. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my goodness me. So 13 and a half minutes to go. Here the game. Big kick here for Sharks. If you lose this game, it's diabolical. Roosters, if you lose this game, it's diabolical. Whoever loses this game, it's diabolical. And Sam Walker will miss the kick. Well, Mr. Hainsey. Really crucial kick I've just seen. Really clutch kick I've just seen. Seems like Sam Walker has missed a pretty important kick here, my friend. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sammy. I know you're streaming right now, son. There we go. You're getting at that. That's to Hainsey for people who don't understand the context. He's going to see the notification pop up on his screen too. Alrighty, here we go. So the Shaggies will kick it out to the 5, and Navahu White brings this ball up. Yeah, Bailey, you're going to get timed out for that one, man. So it's going to be second tackle here for the Roosters, and they're going to get this ball here to the 30 now, and Nwana Tawase with the ball. Nwana Tawase will win this game, but the Chooks. Nick Star says, well, honestly, neither team deserve to win this, honestly. It's Nat Butcher at the 40 on third tackle. They go out to the left to Victor Radley. Radley to Sam Walker. Sam Walker gets it across. Quick pass into Tupou. Tupou back onto the inside. He's going to be at the 43 on fourth tackle. See, Roosters, you hold the ball, you win the game. You roll the ball, you win the game. Sam Walker, whoever wins this game, please ignore the game and just take the 2 points, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's just it. Sam Walker, he'll put that ball up into the air. And it'll be Will Kennedy who grabs this ball at the 10 on first tackle. At the 10 on first tackle here. So, and who's got a field goal on him? Sam Walker's got a field goal on him. I guess Nico is a good field goal kicker as well. I'm just looking at something here, guys. Give me 1 second. Sharks coming out of their own end. Mawani Hiroti will bring this ball to the 30 on fourth tackle. Fourth tackle. And now Toby Rudolph. I can't believe this game might go still under. Fifth tackle now at the 40. And Braden Trindle, he will kick that ball down into the corner. He's not going to be too deep, though. No, it's a great kick from Trindle. Wow. That's a really good kick from Braden Trindle back to the 3. And Nwana Tawase. Soft run back, though, from the Sharks to keep him on the pressure. Breakout has Roosters 24 points. Well, that's what do you mean, Roosters 24 points? What are you talking about? It's 22-22 right now. Second tackle now at the 30. And now Nat Butcher, he'll bring this ball to the 35 on third tackle. They go out to the left to Victor Radley, and then, the commentary said what a great doubleheader this has been. It's been a close doubleheader, yeah, for sure, quality-wise. Victor Radley, Cherry Evans, James Tedesco, he's got space. He's going to go over the sideline. No, he's going to throw the ball back to Nwana Tawase, and he'll get the ball off to Cherry Evans. Oh my gosh, they're going to score. The Roosters are going to score. Oh my gosh, Cronulla, you need to say something yourselves. That is a horrific defended try from Cronulla. That is absolutely horrific from Cronulla. You deserve to lose the game. Both of you deserve to lose this game. I deserve to have a nice 5-star accommodation paid to the best place on earth of watching this game. But from Cronulla's perspective, that is fucking awful. Like, that is just horrific. I cannot believe that nobody is even saying Cherry Evans just then. Like, that's astounding. Roosters, you're going to score. You're going to win this game. You're shit, Sharks shit. I'm shit. We're all shit. I'm shitter for having watched this game. 26-22 to the Roosters with 10 minutes to go. Oh, far out. Please get us to the Storm Warriors. I'm begging. It's been a pain. Sharks, you could still win this game. Roosters, you could still lose this game. Roosters, you maybe go on to win this game. Like, it's baffling. It's horrific. It's horrific. Worse than Nice Cowboys. No, Nice Cowboys last year was worse than this. That was a awful errors game, and the Cowboys still won 38 points to 4 or something like that. Nice Cowboys last year was worse. 10 minutes to go here in the game. I'm begging the Storm Warriors to come on. I'm begging it. I'm actually just like begging it. I'm begging it. Roosters had too much booze on the bye. Not sure Sharky's excuse. Sharks have no excuse here. Oh, now the commentary's saying it should be a great win. Oh, whoever wins this game, pretend the game didn't exist and just be happy with the 2 points. Sam Walker will get the kicks, but it's 28-22 with 9 minutes to go here of the game. 28-22 with 9 minutes to go of just an absolute shithouse fest. Storm Warriors next. Get us through that, lads. Please. Please. Can we ban the word great from Fox League, please? Again, they're being told to say it, man. They're being told to say it, but you're just like, come on, bro. Jonathan says Sharks fans looking bewildered at this game, but they've been awful. Both these teams have been awful. No one should be bewildered. Well, actually, I guess you should be bewildered by the fact that the Sharks have been so disappointing. Like, again, they're up 16-0 as well, but the only reason they were up 16-0 is because the Roosters were the ones with all the errors. It's only been... The only reason the Sharks even scored in the first half was because the Roosters had 8 errors at half-time. This game is a North Korean torture method. It is. Third tackle now at the 30. At least it's close. This is the difference to that nice Cowboys game last year. Angus Crichton. Sharks don't even look like scoring, by the way. Why is this feeling like we're on death row? We are. James Tedesco. But again, Roosters hold the ball, they win the game. Roosters are a good team if they hold the ball. Oh, Cherry Evans has knocked the ball on. Cherry Evans has knocked the ball on at the 45 and the Sharks will go on the attack. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Sharks will get an opportunity to attack you. 44 metres away here from the line. I'm having the Evelyn Hailer, Jared. Blake Bradley's got slapped in a tackle to the centre of the 40. Celeste Fiketti with a good hit there. And now Toby Rudolph gets away from one and he's going to punch this ball to the 33 on third tackle. 7 minutes 40 to go here in the game. Blake Brayley, Braden Trindle, Nico Hines. Nico Hines at the back into Will Kennedy. Will Kennedy goes it to the 20 on fourth tackle. That was good defense to prevent them from having that line break. They got a Nico Hines off to Britton Nakora, and Nakora, one of the most wasted tackles I've ever seen in my life, brings the ball to the 20. He's been so out of form the last couple of years, bro. Braden Trindle puts the ball up. Kennedy chasing through. Trindle chasing it through. Tedesco's going to take it, but he's going to take it in goal, so it's going to be a dropout. Well, that's good play there from the Sharkies. He's chasing it through, and William Kennedy with a great play. That was a really good play there from William Kennedy. Really big play there from William Kennedy. They're going to challenge this here. If Tedesco started from the field of play or is in the in goal, I think they're just trying to get themselves a bit of a break here. Roosters still have that challenge left. Tedesco, well, he's well out of the in goal. Oh, dude, the game's so gone. Fuck off, bunker. Oh, it's not a penalty. Just like the Trindle one, it's like Oh, it's so sad, the state of the game. The state of the game is so sad that you are penalising Will Kennedy there. That is outrageous, bro. This is one of the worst games of rugby league I've ever watched in my life. It's one of the worst games. At least it's close. It's one of the worst games. Oh my gosh. The Roosters will get this ball to the 25. Oh my gosh. Please, Storm Warriors, I'm begging you to start up quicker than you're meant to. I'm begging. I'm begging that the Storm Warriors game starts now and we get past this shit. Second tackle now for the Roosters at the 45. He wasn't even challenging the high contact, by the way. That's not even what Tedesco was challenging. Tedesco is the one that is apparently... That's a one-on-one shoot from Toby Rudolph. First tackle was the Shags at the 50. Mercy, please. Mercy rule. Mercy rule. Toby Rudolph, that's actually a huge play there. Blake Brayley to let go. You could have argued that Britt Nakora's hand was touching him as well, mind you. You could have argued that was a bad call against the Roosters just then. Adam Fanua-Blake is at the 30 on third tackle. Sharks have absolutely no excuses here, Kaya. Don't even start with the excuses. Kale Iro is at the 20. Fourth tackle now. They roll this ball back. You're not saying an excuse is Mulatalo, who was a winger, by the way. Jesse Raymond's a big loss, but also, come on. Fifth tackle now at the 15. Jesse Colhoun. Blake Brayley to Braden Trindle. Trindle kicks his ball through. That's played out here from the Roosters, and Sione Katoa's going to pick it up. It's 6 again. Why did Katoa throw that back to no man's land? But Will Candy picks it up. He's away here. He's at the 30. It's a new set, though. First tackle zero tackle for the Sharks. It's been a really weird round, Footy Dad, but this is what we're here for. It's Rugby League. Billy Burns, he's 20 metres away from the line, first tackle. This round is an April Fool's joke. It'll be back to normal next week, hopefully, mate. Trindle to Britt Nakora. And Nakora's going to be 15 metres out from the line. Second tackle. They go quickly. Blake Brayley. He's got Kale Iro. Iro's taken out of the 15. No, sorry, Morning Hiroti. Blake Brayley to Braden Trindle. Braden Trindle, short ball to Adam Fanua-Blake. And Fanua-Blake, I'm surprised they didn't call forward there as well, to be fair. Fourth tackle at the 4 metres. Out to short ball Nakora. And good defence there from the Roosters. Fifth tackle at the 3. Britton Nakora. It's going to be Braden Trindle. Out the back, Nico Hines. Over the top here. Sam Stonestreet kicks the ball back in. The Sharks are shit. Oh my goodness. Why do they keep kicking this ball out of the full over the dead ball line multiple times here today? Oh my gosh, Storm Warriors, please be a good game, please, please, please. But Roosters defended well overall. Roosters did defend well overall. They've defended their line well overall. Again, if the Roosters hold the ball, they're a better team than Sharks. How many NRL says I want a public apology from Fitzgibbon? You know what? The Sharks and both these teams will go into press conferences saying that it was a really tough game overall, and just went down to the wire. There's not going to be any accountability from this game. Third tackle here at 50. Okay, it says watch the Sharks win the next game by 50 points after playing this. That's what they do. Yeah, that's quite literally what they typically do. Tedesco will be taken down to the 44 on fourth tackle. 3.5 minutes to go here this game. This God-forsaken game. And the Roosters, they will be at the 33 on fifth tackle. Off to Cherry Evans, and Cherry Evans puts that ball up. Will Candy coming through. I think that's a knock on. Roosters are going to score. Victor Radley. Sharks, I don't ever want to watch another one of your games ever again. I got to be honest with you. I don't ever want to watch another one of your games ever again. Roosters fans, your team today was absolute dog shit. Sharks fans, your team today was even worse than dog shit. Like, it's incredible that I've sat through 80 minutes here. Like, it's incredible that I've sat through 80 minutes. It's incredible that we've all sat through 80 minutes of this. I beg the Storm Warriors game. I nearly want to end it early to go and watch that next game. Oh, it's no, that is backwards there from Nonatuase. I genuinely want to go and just end the stream with 3 minutes to go of this game. It's been that bad. I'm just taking the 2 points and not looking back. No need to talk about the game. I 100% agree with that, Serpent. Serpent's a Roosters fan. Try confirmed here for the Roosters. They're going to win. But and again, I tipped this Roosters team to finish first on the preseason. I am not tipping you anywhere near first, and Sharks, you're lucky that I don't send you to Tajikistan to become a cow farmer after what we've watched here today. You led 16-0 in this game. The Roosters had 8 errors at halftime. This is astounding. 2.5 minutes left. This has been one of the worst games of rugby league I've ever watched in my life. Michael says fraud alert again. Sharks on fraud alert. They're going to be out of the 8, bro. They're going to be out of the 8. But I'm putting this here, and I'm putting this as like a this. This is what I'm doing. That's over just the Sharks, by the way. That's just over the Sharks. That is just over the Sharks and the Roosters. This would be you. This would be you. Okay? So that's the difference. That is the Roosters. This is the Sharks. That right there is the Sharks. That's them. This is just over you, Cronulla. That's only over you. Only you. Again, Roosters, you are here. Sharks, you are even further. You are. This is you, Cronulla. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. We are definitely putting them here for now, though. That is for sure. For real, Michael, let me field as a potential top 5. Oh my goodness me, this is so typical Cronulla, bro. The type of game we play in a prelim. There we go. So that is like that. Best sport, you clipped that shit what I just said. You clipped that. Sudesh says, what a mess, traumatic, although funny stream, mate. It is a traumatic. It is a traumatic experience, this 80 minutes of play we've just witnessed. It is traumatic. And that's not even going to go 10. It's not even going to go 10. Oh, it actually will just go 10. And the Sharks still don't get it. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. This game hurts my soul. Hurts my soul, hurts my soul. This game. There's a minute 4 to go here, the game, by the way. A minute 56 seconds to go here. How much of me is even on the screen right now? I'm all the way down this low. Sherry Evans, Sharks, if you concede 40 here, I give up. Oh my gosh, the Roosters caught it. They throw it at the back. Turbo's going to score. No, he's going to knock the ball on. Kaya says, to be honest, this is the only game ever to give me a headache. Oh, bro. Royal Grandmaster, what a banger as a clown. I approve it. Brenton says, so I didn't just miss... I didn't miss much in this game, just tuned in. Brenton, I'm timing you out for 5 minutes because I'm taking my anger out on you for having to witness this game. Oh, that's actually an 80-metre penalty kick, by the way. The Sharks have a chance to score a try here out of nowhere. Like, they've kicked 80 metres on the penalty. We'll see on the Storm Warriors stream, Brendan. Nico Hines, the Blake Brayley, Trendall, Kale Ero, it's Fitzhackle, he offloads the ball, Teague Wilton. Get this fucking game off of my screen. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We'll see you in 5 minutes' time for Storm Warriors. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Goodbye, God bless, and